pretty much good to go. After the intro, I'll start playing the Cody Plays theme.
But the show rolls on. Jake's pain sings a quiet song in the sun where we all fall. Wrestling rumors, wrestling brawls. Jake and Cody calling it raw. In the somewhere breaking the wall. Eclipse a suplex, dreams and chair shot screams. Fans in the chat throwing wild extremes. Jake's got crutches but his spirit won't bow. Cody laughs, Jake wipes his brow.
Calls a shot, Spaz breaks the game. Cody's in the fray, adding to the flame. Ladders they rise, fists hit the air. Chaos erupts without a care. Triple A's warriors and XT's pride. Only one walks with glory inside. Into somewhere we scream and shout. Breaking it down, no shadow. Into somewhere where we breaking it down. CM Punk, John Cena tearing up the town. Broke half on fire, no one spit it better. Reef wing like a beast, no one does it clever. Cena through elbows, Punk through shade. Chains clang, bodies bang, rivalry displayed. Slammed into the chains like lions in the cage. Toronto crowd wild, unleash all the rage. In the summer, in the summer. The Garden's buzzing, New York feel electric. Punk's fist cracking, Seth's got a death wish, hectic. Cody says, man, Punk looking hungry tonight. Jake nods, but Seth flips, guts all in the fight. Roman stomps through, Rex plans in his strut. Tribal chief with bad vibes tearing it up. MSG crowd, stunned faces in the stand. Cody shakes his head, this again, damn man. Y'all believe in Joe Hendry's name. Fighting through the fire in the wrestling game. Hearty soar like the legends they define. Knockouts fight, her power aligns. Mic drop, we analyze every bout. Discussing every twist, don't leave a doubt. Predictions, insights, we break it all down. Into somewhere best critics around. In the somewhere we reviewing every bout. Breaking down the moves, ain't no shadow of doubt. WWE heat, we bring that white hot flame. From prayer to gunner, we calling names. Yeah. Turnbuckle tension, the ropes might snap. Jake calling spots, Cody's laying the map. Spaz with the banter, a joke then a clue. Breaking it down for the hardcore crew. Into somewhere wrestling minds collide. Breaking down the chaos, the truth won't hide. Briefcase in the air, who's taking the gold?
It's clues, Cody's clues. Grab your thinking cap.
Stories unfold. The pipe bomb, Uso stands tall. Who's gonna break? Who's gonna fall? The ropes scream, the mat shakes, and
Blues with Jake the dog and a big hooray.
What the
We'll
fuck is up,
solve the
everybody?
mystery
It's your
every
Saturday night's
day.
main event review. I am your new host of Into Somewhere, Cody Onidi 316. Unfortunately, something happened to Jake last night. I did warn him, but he didn't want to listen to me. But unfortunately, he had a tragic passing last night. So I am your new host. I didn't get fired like some people wanted me to. I just upgraded in life. I am a host of a show finally, and let's get into the review of Saturday night. What the fuck? What the hell happened to you?
Let's get into
Well,
it.
your AI
Saturday
wife
night's
gave me
main
ideas.
event. That's right.
Your
I'm
AI
back.
wife gave me
I'm running
ideas.
from hell, Cody. I had to ascend from the hell depths to get myself out of there. They wanted their demon
That's all it
back.
took?
I
That's
need
all it
my
took is me
soul.
saying I'm
You
gonna be the
tried
host
to
of Into
replace
Somewhere?
me. You tried to replace me? How could you?
I am sorry. Your AI wife gave me ideas saying I could be a host of a show one day, and maybe I was like, you know what? That was a good idea. Let's start with Into
Oh.
Somewhere because
Well, she's talking to you then. I know she's
You know.
not cheating on me. Satan's pissed, though. He does want another soul. So, unfortunately,
do you remember the last 24 hours of your life?
I gave him Liz's address. Congratulations on winning the costume contest, but they're gonna want that soul back. Eye for an eye, quid pro quo. Hopefully, we're all doing well. Talking about a little bit of wrestling. Saturday night's main event. I apologize drastically for the audio last night. So actually, when we came into the stream, if you rewind, you can go ahead and hear me talk when you're not supposed to. Why? Because the wrong mic was picked. I spent such a long time making sure that that stream would go off without a hitch. I was so excited. So much hard work. And right before we went live, the
no, what
computer
did they-
restarted
What is
last night.
concerned? Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
she won the costume contest. A little visit from, the guy with some horns. He wears a suit and tie. Looks like you and I, but they want their soul back. I mean, they're pretty persistent and wrong address. We're gonna have to worry about that throughout the show. You know any good priests? We'll figure it out. This
So what
was.
did you think of Saturday night's main event?
I
you
thought it
ended
was
up
a
watching
show. It was a show. A show happened. That's what I think at this point. We saw and got a show, and I was hoping.
Benches cleared in the World Series right now. Sorry to interrupt you, but benches are clearing and they're going at it.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I don't know where that. I think. Yeah, there we go. Now I don't look like I'm a cancer patient as much.
It's gonna be a fight.
I'm telling you. So yeah, I had everything worked out. It was perfect. And then we go to start the stream. The computer restarts. The Windows update removed every setting. So my wife's audio being here bled into mine. Like we had this
How do
tested.
you know that all
approved.
happened? If
I didn't till I
you were
watched
in a
it back.
portal.
So I didn't get a chance to do a lot down there. I could still play Pac-Man, so I beat that. That was fun. And that's about it. I got really spotty service, so I couldn't use my phone much, but I do have to go ahead and say at least they put on Peacock for me while I was waiting. Pretty accommodating
they
people
did?
down in hell.
that's nice.
Yeah, they are pretty nice. And not only is cracked up to be the devil, people give that guy a bad rap. I'm telling you what. Tonight,
How hot was it down there?
not as hot as your mom. I want to say this though.
What?
Tonight,
Wait, whoa.
tonight had
Pause.
no depth, no depth at all. And I can't be mad at a show that's lacking depth when there was no depth in the build. They want
Well, what
these
do you mean
shows
by
to
that
feel.
exactly?
They want
Because
these shows to feel like PLEs. They want them to feel important. But then they rush the build to them constantly, week in, week out. They rush to get away. And you know, it's like
here's my biggest L for the night. Like, I honestly think Drew McIntyre should have beaten Cody Rhodes tonight. I don't give a damn that it wasn't a major PLE. I'm sick and tired of that narrative, by the way.
but they
That
want this to be a major
championship changes
PLE.
need to happen at major PLEs. But let me get to this. If you're going to add a stipulation in like that about countdowns and disqualifications, you take advantage of that. Drew McIntyre needed to win the championship tonight. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're going to have a rematch at Survivor Series. Why does it always have to be at the big four that something big happens? Why can't we get anything in between? So what's the fucking point of us watching these fucking shows
See,
if
I'm
we're not
not
going to get
mad.
major outcomes?
I'm not mad.
I actually am.
I enjoyed the show. I'm just whelmed. I'm not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed. I'm just
mad about that
whelmed.
match. That just pissed me off.
They
I'm
went
done with the rest of
ahead.
the show.
See, they went ahead. They gave us the same outcome from Cody facing Owens at Saturday Night Main Event, right down to the finish. Cody DDTs him on the chair. Oh, Cody DDTs him on the belt. It's the same finish, literally, that we got when he faced Owens. So anybody saying like this is a darker shade to Cody, excuse me, no, not a chance in the world. This is just Cody Rhodes' character. You know, he could be a babyface with an edge that isn't a moron. Speaking of edge, we'll get into that Cena thing. Anything that made me mad tonight was that the announcement of the Cena tournament. And I'll get into why. That made me mad.
Cody Rhodes thing is the only thing that made me mad. I honestly think the John Cena tournament is actually creative because you should want to face John Cena. He's the GOAT, right? It means something. I think it's as prestigious as wanting to face a title because this elevates your
Ruthless
career just like winning a
aggression.
world title.
Absolutely.
Everyone
Cody.
wants that chance to retire John Cena.
Everybody
but
wants
let me
to
get back
hold
to
it.
this Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes thing.
Oh, yeah.
because Why didn't Drew win tonight?
So
This is the biggest L of the night.
it certainly is for the fans, too, because you lose interest. What do you do with Cody? What other heel is he going to face now that's kind of ready-made? Aleister Black? He's not on that level up yet. He could be, but they'd have to, Randy Orton. Then face versus face, let's say turn Randy. Anything's possible, but so Owens isn't coming back just yet. Like we've got hardly
So Drew
anybody.
needed to win the title. I don't want Randy winning the
Drew should have won, I feel, and Cody could just continually try
People's
to get it
argument
back.
online, wrestling fans' argument immediately. Oh, this is Saturday night's main event. Why would WWE drop the title on a Saturday night's main event? Hardy, hardy, harder. Let me tell you this. I'm fucking sick and tired of, again, this narrative. It doesn't need to be either Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, or Survivor Series. This big major title change happens. Why the fuck are we watching the other PLEs then? Why are we watching?
Yeah.
Tell me why we're watching.
Saturday
Saturday night's main event should have some major changes like this because it gets you to tune into the next one saying, all right, they did something major here. Maybe they'll do something major at the next one. And this just makes it feel like Saturday night's main event is just
But Jade's the new women's champion, Cody. Jade is the new women's champion.
Oh, never mind.
So
let me fucking
that's
throw
major.
a party. I'm so fucking excited for that.
Here, Mr. Negative. I, on the other hand,
Mr. Negative. No, I'm positive now. Jade Cargill won the women's championship. Thank the fucking Lord. I'm gonna fucking celebrate until I die. You know what?
Tiffany had a decent reign. You can't complain about Tiffany Stratton's reign. She was dominant. She had the best stories that she could get with who she worked with and the best matches she could get out of them. From Nia on downwards, she did not have a bad match yet. She had some that were okay, but none of them were like, oh my God, this needs to be over with. She's past the title. The only thing we said is that she's better as a heel. But, granted, excuse me.
I do agree with that, but honestly, if we're going to talk about that match, I do actually like how short this was. People are like, of course, they make the women's match the shortest match on this card. But actually, this does make sense if you want to think about it, because Tiffany Stratton is selling a knee injury, and Jade Cargill is now going to be built up to be this badass heel, and she just dominated through Tiffany Stratton, looking unbeatable.
Yeah,
that is exactly how you capitalize on a heel turn. So shut the fuck up with the narrative. Oh, the woman deserved better, and they got caught. all this
That
time, do you really want a Jade Cargill match to go 20 minutes? I do
see,
not
Cody,
think so.
that was a
They
perfectly
capitalized on
clean,
this perfectly.
a perfectly cromulent match. It was what it was. It was what it needed to be. Exactly. I thought this was a good show, honestly. I am higher on the fact of what we got to witness tonight. The things that I'm either A, disappointed, or two, upset about is pretty much the lack of build going into this gives us a
Let me
lack
hear
of
why you're
build.
upset about John Cena's tournament thing. I want to know that.
Well, let
You
me
did
finish
say-
my first fucking sentence and then I can get into that one, Mr.
yes,
Cut me
ma'am, I'm
off 6
sorry.
times. It's bad enough trying to
I'll make
remember a
it
thought
7.
when you cut me off every 7. So I go ahead and I head right into my main thought of what did this do for anybody? Except for Jade. She won the title, granted, but this could have been done anywhere. It didn't elevate Saturday night's main event, and it didn't leave us heading into anything with a, you got to tune into Raw. You got to see what happens next. There's no must see. There's no hot angle. There's no big draw. Oh, well, Punk's champion. But you knew one of them was going to win. We didn't get the X factor of the Vision. Nope, the Vision are just getting their title match on Raw. Braun Breaker had it happen. It is so. What I'm upset about with Cena is we've got 4 appearances left and 1 match. 1 match. That's it. That's it. No more matches. John Cena said any appearance he would make on WWE in the future won't have physical activity, right? I don't know if we're getting anything on Raw and the other Raw. You know, we got MSG. So we're guaranteed 1 match. And the way they set this up is a tournament, right? Not a bad idea either. But it all feels like a consolation prize. Too little, too late. I'd rather them do it than not do it. But it feels so just the opposite of what they've tried to achieve with this. And this should have been something, knowing how important it is, that started being booked in the beginning of the years. Yes, beggars can't be choosers. John was not great with the heel turn. No offense to him. It wasn't really a him failing thing. He acted it well. He portrayed, the faces, all the emotions. John did great in that sense. Just the story sucked. It was marred with controversy from moment 1 because he was tied to The Rock and The Rock didn't show back up for work. Now, they're going to crown somebody the winner of the opportunity to face Cena. Great. They could have been doing this. That should have been the fucking SummerSlam main event. You get what I'm saying? Think bigger. That this should be important. This should have been a fucking huge deal for weeks. So they're going to take talent from all over the place. Literally, they said all over the place. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, even people outside of WWE. Maybe they want to have a.
I don't think they should have done that because then people.
They
want to
have a competitive edge.
Oh, people don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's going to be Edge, but that's what WWE fans are going to automatically assume. But
it's not going to be Edge. Edge is
like
not going to be able to make it. So the only reason Edge isn't available right now is because he's doing TV, or else he'd be wrestling right now on AEW. His contract is locked in for a long time.
That's why they shouldn't have said that, because everyone says try to get Edge even though he doesn't work there. So why would you even
I think they're hinting at someone maybe
people
like
say-
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona? Yep.
Is one like that because
But at
he's
the
not a
same time-
TNA star. Simpatico, see? Ring that
And,
bell, Dominic.
That's a kind of. Is he signed with TNA?
No. So that's the
Oh, I was
thing.
about to
He's
say,
he's a
a TNA
true
star, like,
independent
yeah,
contractor.
someone that quote unquote doesn't work there. We all know TNA is basically WWE light right now. So
Before we get too far with my ranting and rambling, shout out to Paul. Thoughts are with you, my friend. Community cares and I care. We love you on Into Somewhere. So, shout out to you both and passing on the love. I would love it if it was. Oh, God, if it was. Think about it. The lights go down and they say his name.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in
Are you
Cody
talking
Onidi. Joe
just in the
Hendry.
tournament, or
Just in the tournament. Yeah,
talking
this
about-
tournament
Okay.
tournament
I don't
should
think
have
he should be
been
his
booked.
last opponent, unfortunately.
No, he doesn't fit for the last one. Not. I mean, they tried to sell it as what an opportunity. So yeah, you could say that's a monumental fucking opportunity. But the fans wouldn't be happy. It's not what they want to see. They people have
Can
ideas.
Triangle
They
still
really
wrestle?
want the Edge thing. No, he's made it well known that he can't go. And
Because that
that's
would be my
unfortunate.
other option. Cena debuted against him. That should be his final
Yeah,
match as well.
I
It would be
mean,
a good. full
that's why we
circle
wanted
moment,
Cena
but
to retire Angle at 35, and it ended up being Baron Corbin. I mean, talk about, yeah, you know? Imagine if John Cena got taken out by Baron Corbin. Yeesh. It's better than a racist Jim Ross. That hurt to hear. Did you hear about this at all?
no, I didn't.
All right, it's been alluded to for a while that JR was good old JR for a reason. And Devon Dudley was on the Devin and the Duke podcast. English good read well now, huh? Was it JR? He said, yes. He was the one that was racist towards me twice. I had a problem with JR back then. I didn't know why. I'm not angry at the man today. I know the man is going through some health problems, some health issues. And just to show you where I am and the place that I'm in, I pray to God that he gets healthy. And he said, I was disappointed with the man when he said the things that he said to me back then. Yes, I was. So he goes on to say that he gives him forgiveness. And, you know, he's saying that he can deny it all he wants, but people were there like Bubba and others, and they all remember the incident. So it's unfortunate that, you know, this is how JR behaved at one point. Hopefully he changed his ways, but JR was somebody that I
Just
looked
letting you
at
know.
like a safe grandfather role. Like, you know, oh, he's that, like, you know, great caregiver, and this is just really upsetting to hear. So everybody in wrestling seems to suck from our childhood, right? It's like 9 out of 10 have to be terrible people. We got murders, we got files. I mean, right? We even got a couple flares.
Sucks
I'm
to
not
see.
talking the road variety. Yeah, so Cena's stuff should have been an all-year thing. I'm sorry, but I really
just
wanted
to
to see this
point out.
be a build-up. Yes.
The narrative, if you don't like it, don't watch it, is the weakest argument ever.
I always hated that. You know, yes, let's have less people tune in. That's what we want. That seems smart. Granted, I mean, worse things have happened than telling people to get the fuck out, but
Mr.
get the
Negative,
fuck out.
all I said is I
Yes.
criticized Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre match because I texted you saying I was actually more positive than you, I think, about the show overall.
Yes.
I thought the show was actually really good. If so, I'm not Mr. Negative over here. I'm actually more positive than your host over here. I just didn't like that Drew and Cody
Maybe.
Rhodes.
So the problem was, too, it
outcome.
wasn't a bad match. It was just the exact same match that he's had with several other heels so far, Kevin Owens included. It was very unassuming, and Cody's got an issue where some of it is kind of like wrestle by numbers. You know what's coming next, and it's always got to finish with 19 crossroads. And I wanted things to get shaken up and changed and inject a little poison known as Drew. Give this man something. He has been your top heel for a long time now without any title or group around him or anything. And Drew is finally with me. And I really, really, really like Drew. I have been, you know, on that bandwagon before anybody else was on it. And he used to be in 3MB, and I'd be like, this guy has something. He needs to get out away from the jobber scenario. And then they make Jinder champion. And I was like, well, it's like asking life for a break and your ankle breaks. Yeah, that's what we got there. So I was like, come on, let's.
I'll complain when I find fit. Thank you.
And then you know what
Back to
happened?
the
Heath
show.
Slater won the tag team titles. And Drew got fired. And I was like, he was the one that was probably the best out of all you three jobbing goofs. Now you got a one-man band from Wendy's, you know, drive-through mascot. And don't hinder the Jinder because he's busy whacking off the knockoff Andre the Giant, a.k.a. Kali the... I can say that, right? I think it's all right. Kali the...
Don't.
Well...
Oh man.
No, I think we could. I think Kali, it's not happening. I'm trying. regardless, doesn't really,
Can't do that. Oh, jeez.
it's not really making a difference in terms of the story, but I figure it is a descriptive narrative that I was trying to use to further exemplify as to why the great Kali, the gigantic
Oh, man.
YouTube is just getting worse and worse with this shit. Where is our time traveling lawyer to keep us busy? Yeah, they gave them enough time too for this opening. We're gonna go through this more intricately in a moment, you know, and we'll go match by match. These are just initial thoughts and everything that comes out swinging and swarming from my overloaded brain, anxiety ridden or not. The match was good. Like there was nothing bad on this show. This show, right off the bat, you want my quick rating? I'm in like a 7.58 territory with the wrestling. Problem is, I'm big on storytelling. I want to see more because they're very lucky right now. They are gifted.
The biggest story arc of the night was the Cody Rhodes Drew McIntyre stipulation. They failed to capitalize on that.
They did nothing with it again. Like you should have had Drew cheat, and then he framed Cody for cheating, and that got him disqualified, wins the belt. Now Cody didn't lose, but he lost over shenanigans, just like his dad. What is it?
Or they should have gotten Drew to get Cody Rhodes to snap.
It's a dusty finish.
Have Cody's family in the front row, and Drew's just taunting them, then yells at maybe one of his children, and then that gets Cody fired up and he kicks him in the nuts or something.
You know, his daughter's a good worker. You know what I would have Drew do? I would have Drew grab the sword and go over to the little girl and pull her up by a big, you know, like pigtail that she has in that day, and then just hack off her hair and be like, she's a boy now, and then walk away. Oh,
that's how it works in 2025 anyway.
Your girls have really can't even. All right, but that would be right off hair. Gotta be careful of the kid. But I think that'd be effective. You're the one talking about bringing family into it. I was keeping it strictly business, but I mean, Drew is at that point now where if he continues to lose anymore, I'm never going to think he'll ever have the chance to win. You get really what I'm saying here? He's at that crossroads point made intentionally, because if he can't succeed at all in any of these feuds, how can we ever believe anything that he says? How can we take any of his threats seriously? How can we view this man as a threat when he cannot get the job done? And most times it's his own hubris. Yes, I know. He fucks himself over. His anger, his impatience, his hostility. It's a good story to tell, but there's nothing on the line to make him then have to change or develop or risk anything. There's nothing of a magnitude that equals stakes. So don't get hungry.
You get it.
I don't understand why throw in this stipulation if it has no impact on the match whatsoever. It had nothing to do with anything that we got with the outcome of the match. It wasn't even like, oh, well, the referee was distracted, so because we had the distracted ref, now we had to go and change things and blah, blah. It had no part in this match. So, all in all, that leaves me a bit baffled. I worry what's next for Drew. Who does he face next? Who does he go up against? The Wyatt Six, you know, taking over the tag division, making that feel like it's needs to be resurrected already. Filled with dead men.
I don't know if they're gonna try to. People are saying that they're gonna do them again at Survivor Series, Drew and Cody. So
yes, really quickly
but
too.
Yay! Then if Drew's gonna fucking win finally, yay! It has to be a major PLE. Whoop-de-doo.
He should have won at Clash the first time against Roman. Roman didn't need the 1,000-day whatever. They broke. You know, I mean,
he should have won at WrestlePalooza.
That too, against Cody. Right? Made him name redacted. You know, the spirit we tried to contact with our Ouija board. You know, Chris, Ben.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. He can't go ahead and can't be remembered. They forgot his name. You say it, he doesn't appear. Folks, I also want to mention, because this was coming up in the Twitter chat, so I appreciate you guys over there. Did I see the Dynamite numbers? Yeah. So originally last week, not this past Wednesday, the Wednesday before, they had 477,000 viewers on average. Everyone was panicking online, saying, "Oh, this is the end of days." You know, it was being prophesized. The end is nigh. We are here to call judgment. Instead, they're going to get a boost this week. Why? That's what's going to happen. So Dynamite goes out there and they had a 0.08, rating in the demo the week before, that 18-49 all important demo. What do they do this week? Last week, 479. This week, drum roll. $459. They lost 20,000 on average. NXT against the World Series did 527. And that, was the follow-up from Halloween Havoc, but there was nothing like, this was, Fright Night with title opportunities, number one contenders, all that kind of stuff. So not a good number at all. Speaking of AEW, the first world champion, Chris Jericho, teamed up with the old Festival of Friendship companion, Kevin Owens. So great to see these two out and about. They were at an NHL game together at the Dallas Stars versus Tampa Bay Lightning game. So that's cool. Glad to see them actually reuniting. That was a big thing for the internet to see. Their breakup, I may have poo-pooed on it a bit at the time. I mean, it was still a classic team up. And I was sad when they broke up, I think, more than anything, because I was bitter. I didn't want to see them break up because of how it had happened. They unfortunately got us in a terrible way. They brought in Goldberg. They took away the title from Kevin. So now Jericho isn't fighting for the title at Mania. And it all felt second rate at that point. They did announce Blood and Guts on the women's side from Greensboro, North Carolina, live Wednesday, November 12th. So 11 days from now. And we'll be covering that as well on Into Somewhere Weekly. We're going to go ahead and we might possibly see some females die. I mean, that's the worry here, but let's go ahead and look at this light up. We'll stick it over here. So I'm only losing some of my head. There we go. We have participating on the heel side, led by Mercedes Moné, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and the Triangle of Madness. Got to have the entire triangle. So we got Tekla and her friends. Yay. Yay. Chris Statlander, the leader on the other side for the faces. Tony Storm, Willow Nightingale, Queen Aminata, Jamie Hayter, and Harley Cameron. I like Sky Blue. I like the young blonde's name that I always forget. She's quite excellent in her, spooky goth role, but this match screams one of those like, oh, they're gonna end up killing each other because they want to outdo the men kind of thing, and it's just, we'll see what comes, but that does not sound great. I'm sure they'll have a very hardcore match, but me with the hardcore matches, I like reason.
We ran into an issue.
Did you? I figured as
my
much.
older sister's car broke down.
Oh no.
Naugatuck, so we might have to go get her.
Might have to. See, I thought you were going to be driving tonight, and I thought it'd be funny. The car breaks down. You're in the middle of nowhere. You got to call into somewhere on your phone, side of the road, and you get robbed. But hey,
So you set this all up?
No, I had nothing to do with it. I've been here doing,
Sure.
yeah. Why weren't you driving earlier?
Car warm up.
Why? Who sends their sister to the store?
Oh,
Will Ospreay
she has
should
her
be
own
back
car.
soon.
Fucking, I can't talk.
I know. Will Ospreay said that he could be back way sooner than anybody expected. 6 weeks post-op already with his neck fusion. He said, doing great, still some way to go, but we're on the right road. January 2026, don't try this at home.
I'm surprised
And
this didn't disconnect in the Discord though when she called me. That's why I said, "Hold on, I'll be right back."
no, just mute the call and then go ahead and bring it back.
Well, you got it from here then? I
Yes,
guess I do
sir.
have to.
All right, get the hell
My
out of here. Go pick
apologies.
them up. No, it's mine. I thought you'd be driving and it would be funny.
Well, are
You
you
make
still
sure.
gonna be live? It should take
I
like.
can't see that far into the future. How am I supposed to know?
All right,
Exactly.
you're right. All right, if you're still live, I'll get back to you.
All right. I wish I could fire you. God, everybody, thank you, Cody, for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sorry about the emergency. Hopefully everybody's okay. Tell her I'm sorry. I'll make up for it. I'll get her like a Dunkin' gift card or something. Next time, I'll make sure you're driving,
Like a
okay?
$5
No big
one?
deal. Something, you know. I think I have like a half-used gift card around here somewhere. I could send her the numbers. It'd be
I have
fine.
to let her know though that you messed with her car and
I didn't touch anything. I just thought you would be driving. So, all right. Thank you, Mr.
Oh, man.
Negative. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. I might be negative if I come back.
Well, you know what I have to say now, folks. Check out Cody O'Needy on all of the socials, linked in the description box down below. He's on YouTube. He is on Instagram and on the Twitters. Please go ahead and check him out. And let's go ahead and run it back.
The pipe bomb, who's stands tall? Who's gonna break? Who's gonna fall?
Yeah, that's right. Saturday night's main event. I don't have the green screen set up behind me, so I keep disappearing into Nowheresville because I'm just using the camera one, and it's annoying. I apologize. Oh, we love that negative, man. Exactly, Coot. Exactly. Last night for the Halloween show with the awful audio, I gladly enjoyed you all hanging out and playing some Drawful with us. We're going to be adding some gaming to the end of the Raw reviews going forward, so you guys can come and hang out in our Rawcade. That's right. After Raw, it's going to be an arcade. Going to be a lot of fun throughout the weeks. We're going to try and do as many social things as possible, games that we can get you, the viewers, involved in as well. A lot of fun. Cool to always go ahead and have those moments where you guys could be at your house, us here, and everybody can play together. That stuff is like mind-numbingly awesome to me. I remember being a child when, you know, there was no online service for games. I had Sega Channel that allowed you to plug a huge cartridge with a cable coax cable, just like you would plug in for your TV to watch cable, into the back of it, and it would connect in, and then you would load games very slowly to play. That's how I played Earthworm Jim the first time. You wouldn't be able to rent the games, but you could use them while they were in this service. And it was like a streaming service for games. Crazy back then. And you figure how small those files are.
Just can't do it with everybody.
We talked about how much this win means for Brunson.
That's weird. I still hear the echoes from Australia. Disturbance in the force. Next week's SmackDown, we got Julia and Chelsea Green for the U.S. title. Ilya has his U.S. Open title challenge. Charlotte is taking on Nia Jax this time. Rey Fenix is taking on the tallest Tonga, and they're going to be in Greenville, South Carolina, not North Kakalaki, at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena. So that'll be fun. We'll be live after that as well. People saying Cody cheated. I don't see him cheating. You know, you're giving the DDT on the chair, on the bell, on the whatever. He did it before with Owens. I feel like that's a fair thing. Some people are saying the heels are booked very badly in 2025. You look at the New Day, Cena, Drew, Chad Gable, might be onto something. You know, like I said, don't want to be negative, but I do like 1950s John Cena. They got a little ring to that, you know. Oh, I got some scat. Hey, baby, ho. Hey, baby, ho. Hey, hey.
I'm still hot, knocking shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live this. It's automatic, I win this. Oh, you hit them horns, you finish.
Yeah, white guy, no rhythm. That's something catchy. Why couldn't he have used that with heel Cena? Would have been great. Would have been great. What are they missing out on here? You know, you know, you said, yeah, I did. They're just not. They're just definitely not booking these people strong, and that's what it comes down to. Jade conquers Tiffany after 302 days of her being the champ, and as I said, Tiff had a heck of a reign for what she did. It's catchy, Stuart. It is better than the original. And thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure you hit the like button, the bell notification if you're on YouTube. Elsewhere, make sure you're following us. We'll be live Monday for the Raw review. Next Wednesday, we'll be live as well. Possibly Tuesday for NXT Live. If not, it'll be at Into Somewhere Weekly, where we're going to be going over whole preview for Full Gear. Before previews and predictions, we hear possibly know a few more matches being added to the card and whatnot. The one thing we didn't get to discuss much of the other day is Chris Jericho and how that's working out. So as of right now, it's just him needing to go ahead and finish out his AEW contract. The first big sign was him having no signed AEW talent at all, not a one, on the Jericho cruise. Some people were like, oh, that's just because he wants to go ahead and, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's bringing different people. Okay, Jeff Hardy, you know, the TNA talent that's in WWE that just had the WWE NXT tag titles. Yeah, I don't know, but makes you think, that's for sure. So he had Dynamite on that cruise. That was a great night. That was a really innovative and fun episode. His podcast was still massive at that point. Jericho was on top of the world. And I don't know if it was like oversaturation or too many gimmick changes and you couldn't really keep up. He felt inauthentic and lost that genuine nature that he once stood proud behind. The Ayatollah of rock and roll had now just felt like a gimmick fraud machine. Oh, I'm going to do hardcore. So this week I'm the pain maker. And then I'm going to be fighting Okada, so I'm the anti-Rainmaker. And then I'm going to be facing Nyla Rose, so I'm the chick faker. Get it? Yeah. And yeah, that cruise is broken. I'd say so. So yeah, they're having people on there that not with AEW at all. So that was very telling. No podcast, no media. No, it's just everywhere else, independent wrestling, some WWE stuff, and so forth. That's a hell of a wild start. Was checking on Conman again. Thoughts with him. It is a hell of a photo. I mean, they're all champ at this point. Love to see it. And Ricky Saints being in the back because he loves Jade. And he loves Punk. They're very close, the three of them, and especially Jade. So seeing Saints go ahead, he gets to be NXT champ. They're both world champs. You got Cody as world champ. Like, that is such an amazing photo. 4 friends, 4 people that cheer and root for each other, 4 people that have literally scratched and clawed. I mean, Jade, just because she didn't have the breadth of matches underneath her belt that other people would think she needed, she's still done very well. She's improved. She's a hell of a person to sell. She does great, expressions, her looks, the acting side of it is top notch. And she has such a unique and genuine look. Damn, is she fine. Death by Snoo and D's, as my buddy Spaz Phoenix would say. That reminds me of when we had like Punk and Brian and, that kind of photo back then with Ryder. That has that type of feeling. So, and let's see. I know it's in here somewhere. This is another, they had it backstage with the 3 of them holding up their titles. I remember that being thrown around online at one point, but still just cool to see that, that type of thing lives on, that we still have in this day and age, the indie or support still lives on, that wrestlers have for one another. So really cool to see. And just been a lot of fun, seeing how happy Punk is. When you saw him with AJ Styles on his shoulders, it was crazy. So I was absolutely not expecting that. And the genuine kind of looks that he's had, the caring nature, all of it. It's just been fun to see Punk happy and exist. So what a few years will do, right, folks? Hell of a thing. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Conman, for putting that out. Hopefully you guys are good over on your end. I know he's been dealing with some personal issues, so thoughts to him as well. Yes, it is indeed TK's punching in the air right now. He had everybody. He had Saints, he had Punk, he had Jade, he had Cody, and that's what he did with them. He is, Jim. He's living his best life. Punk is indeed living his best life. And seeing him that naturally happy is what makes me happy. It makes me feel purposeful with watching. Like, I know he's not just getting a paycheck. He's not just assuming the role. It is in his DNA. When he says he loves wrestling, Punk meant it. He could have came back at any point in time or done anything he wanted with wrestling in those 7 years he was gone. And I hate that he robbed us of 7 years where we could have probably seen possibly his best matches. Not that his days are behind him, but that was probably his peak time. If you're going by age, late 30s, early 40s, I mean, it makes you feel. It makes you want to express something. You have that connection with him, and that's what I like about Punk's booking and how he's been handled. So many people are convinced, oh, he's turning heel, he's going to turn heel tonight. Oh, they're trying to throw you off. It's not Jay that's turning heel, it's Punk, and everything else is just pulling the wool over our eyes. It's certainly not out of the realm of possibility, and that's what makes Punk such an interesting wrestler to choose from to discuss as a topic, because he could absolutely turn heel, but I feel like he would not get booed. And then not because he's a cool heel either. He would be a heel. I imagine him, if he's going to do it, he's going to go through with it. But people don't want to boo him. They don't want to. We were without him for so long. He's only been back for a year and almost 2 years now. Survivor Series will be 2 years, and most of that first year he was injured and couldn't even wrestle till SummerSlam time. So Punk is always a favorite of mine. I loved him on Ring of Honor. I watched him grow before my eyes and become the voice of the voiceless, this speaker, this trooper, this person that from day one he said it. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I'm straight edge. I'm high on wrestling. I love wrestling. It's in my blood. That's what his character is, so well spoken and handled because he feels real. He feels like a person. He doesn't feel like CM Punk playing CM Punk. It feels like Phil Brooks amped to 11 making him CM Punk. You can call in, Dwayne a bald fraud, and you're like, yeah, fuck that lying asshole and that cheating. Yeah, you get behind him. He can say uncouth, uncool, and cringy things, and then he could say serious threats and challenge your life, and then he can, roast you and cut you down. Four Eyes, you have a vagina. He'll rip you to shreds, but he can still be a face through all of it because it's him. It's how he feels. And then he does the right thing. Why? Because it may not align with all of his morals, or, but he's still a stand-up guy in the end that has to do what's right in his heart. That's a real fucking person. Everybody's got one of those friends, those uncles, those aunts, those, the person you can always rely on in the end. Even if they're a bit crotchety and cranky, you still love them because they'd save their, their life as long as you were safe first. And yeah, exactly. Title doesn't make the man, man makes the title. And unfortunately, Jay didn't make the title. And I don't blame Jay entirely. I almost want to say it all, but he's got a small piece in it. But really, he was a victim of storytelling. Everybody was telling you for a long time, that's the main event. That's the main event. We're going to push him. That's going to be our guy. And then they never did. He was never in the main event. So when we wait for almost 5 years for the main event thing to be on the moniker of his name, in the marquee, it says main event Jay opening the show. He's not, I'm disappearing, but he's opening the show. He wasn't main event Jay. So then they let him win the Rumble. Great. This is going to make him a winner. But you had him eliminate Cena in Cena's fucking retirement year. So instead of cheering, the fans are like, no, Cena's out. Oh my God, we thought he was going to win. He's going to be our guy. He was going to go get title number 17 at Mania. And oh, Jay won. Like it was, instead of Jay getting the, yes, you did it. It's the, our hero died before our eyes. But all right, Jay won. That was not a big win for him that way. Like, the celebration was nice. The fans got into it. It was still a moment, but it could have been so much bigger had they had planned to get Cena out sooner or by someone else's hand. Jay should not have eliminated him. They should have had Logan be eliminating Cena, and then that sets up their match that they had anyways far down the road. I would have loved to have seen, Logan gets thrown out by Jay. I'm telling you, the people would have reacted different. Flash forward to Mania, the build is lackluster between him and Gunther because everybody knows he's going to get the belt. It's a foregone conclusion. He gets it. Nice moment. Decent match. What does he do with it? He doesn't defend it while he teams up with Cody to do side quests. He's trying to level up, so he's got to get that extra XP to fix his armor. Problem is, along his way, he overexerted himself. He's overencumbered. He can't carry anymore, and he's got no stamina. And that's when Big Bad Gunther returns and takes his belt. So what did we get from main event Jey Uso? He didn't main event Mania. He won the belt there, but he didn't main event it. The match was, you made him tap. All right. Now you make him tap. So it was kind of like a, I don't want to say lackluster ending, but less than ideal. And then now you have him, do not defend his title. Do not have him in the main event. He's opening the show with Cody again at Money in the Bank. You're like, why? What? The next night he loses his belt. And then since then, he's been basically fodder for the Vision. And he's been beat down and listened to some of Roman's web spinning and weaving that messed up Jay's head. So we're like, oh, are we getting a character change? Are we getting main event Jey Uso to be main event Evil Uso? Did they come from a portal from hell? I don't know. Makes you wonder. We're either going to have to install a hot tub or do something about that. Skip, change of scenery. So I see Jay now. Oh, he might turn heel. He might do something. And instead, I'm sorry, brother. They apologize. It's over with. It doesn't matter that he threw you out of the Battle Royal anymore. You would have done it too. It's not hate. It's confusion. Who is Jey Uso? Because I don't know. What are we supposed? Yeet? What is Yeet? That's the only defining character trait we have. And then he gets winded and tired from yeeting and doing it over. So we get a very winded beginning to the match, and it doesn't look great. I blame the company and the way they've booked all their champions, all their heels, all their faces this year. A lot of it has all been based on one thing. One single solitary iota of a thing. Go viral. I'm serious. That's all that matters now. Go viral. If you don't get 100 million views, if you don't in an hour on everything, they don't want to talk about it. So what do? They need these shocking angles. Why? Because TikTok's full of what? Yes, we know the diddlers. I know, but I'm talking children, full of children. What do children care about? Oh my God, Seth said he was hurt, but then he came out and he threw his cast down and his leg didn't hurt anymore. And then he won the title. Oh my God. Sounds like a little child thing, right? Sounds like some of the Fast and Furious movies, like when they wrote the scripts in Korean, same idea. I mean, really, that's what it is. CM Punk comes out and then Gunther's the bad guy and Gunther like hits him a lot, but then Punk does the go to sleep and then 1, 2, 3 Punk wins and I'm happy, and then Seth comes out but he's hurt and he's on crutches and he can't move, and then the fire goes off and he's not hurt and he took the title, and oh my, that's No why, no they want the and the kids go nuts and replay it 1,000 times on fucking TikTok. Jay doesn't stink, but the booking for him made him anything but a main event Jay Uso. Exactly. If you don't have a plan with it, don't give him the Rumble win. Don't do it just to do it. They said they were having AI kind of tidy up some of the scripts, check in here and there and make things known, but it seems like maybe it is writing things intentionally. It almost feels counterintuitive, counterproductive, and foolish for him to run it back right before you're going into the world title match. Don't you want to save your stamina? Instead, you're gassing yourself out by eating. Really feels foolish. I do like that they're talking about how he went on to win the title at WrestleMania 42. And I was like, you got a time traveling lawyer too? All right. I mean, it's not Jay that I'm hating on. It's the booking of Jay. He was doing something with the heel turn. It was something, the alleged heel turn, the one that was proposed and looked like one. Ugh. And instead now we get Zip Zilch Nada back to the, back to go. Except we don't collect $200. But this one, yeah, Punk won, and that's a good thing. But it was set in stone. I was waiting to see what the oh my goodness, the surprise would be, and instead, and as I said it to Cody earlier, I've said it elsewhere. Predictability is not a bad thing. Being predictable is good because it means that you're following certain beats in such a way that it tells a competent story that people can properly guesstimate where the story goes from here. Problem is, we shouldn't be 100% accurate and also be the ones writing it. It feels like a lot of times fans justify things for them on Twitter, and that becomes canon long after the fact. This show was extremely rushed to get to. They spent last Monday's Raw building up the challenger, and then this Monday's Raw to build up the match, the feud. And it worked for them because why? They're lucky. What do they have right now? They have so many characters, but every one of these people, basically, it's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Everybody connects. Everybody can get back to somebody somehow. Oh, well, Judgment Day had issues with, and then they had issues with. So you can make a feud out of just about anybody and find a logical story that's been going on to make it, a reason for their competing. And not that you always need story for everything. Sometimes it's good to just kind of get out there with a match. That was the point of what's going on with the IC title. Here's a triple threat. It's going to be well wrestled. Dom keeps cheating. How can he cheat his way out of a triple threat when there's no DQ? Dom finds a way. Shades of things to come. Jim said Punk should have lost it just to give it to Jay, actually push him and make him a credible champ, and then have Punk go after Cody after the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to see a heel Punk, that's for sure. I had no interest in that at this point. Only because I don't know how they would get there. How would they make the audience boo him? He couldn't be the Hurt Syndicate where, oh, we hurt people and they're so excited. Like you would need him to be believable, and that's a big concern for me. So makes me worry, makes me wonder. Granted, we can't travel to main event 42 of WrestleMania yet, but we'll see what happens with the Saudi Rumble coming up this year. They did announce that they're going to have, obviously, December, they're having Saturday night's main event. And then in January, we're having another. That's right. So they've got multiple planned. And I'm like, it looks like it's one a month almost. But they said, oh, it's only supposed to be 4 a year. We've had far more than 4 this year. That's for damn sure. So they've got SmackDown and the Saturday night's main event shows tied together. And it makes sense to do it that way. I get why you would, but still a little bit underwhelming with how these are added on top of PLEs. And if that's the case, it's like, all right, Saturday, January 24th. That's when the Rumble should be, but it's going to be much later this year, so that sucks. Let's see here. The 2026 Royal Rumble is taking place January 31st, so it's the weekend before they go to Riyadh. There'll be what is it? Montreal for this one, yes. They're going from Montreal to Riyadh. Fun for them. Jay's still winning. We should be keeping up. MLB. We're supposed to be. So bottom of the 6th right now. LA Dodgers with 2 runs. Blue Jays. That's right. The what? Toronto.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Blue Jays. It's 3 runs for them, leading in the bottom of the 6th. And now back to Diane with weather. Here we go. All right. Thank you, Diane. Saw my neighbor get arrested earlier. It was quite an ordeal. Pretty humorous when somebody that's tiny tries to attack the police. And you say you're living in a free country. Well, maybe we'll visit Toronto.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
We got the game scores going on there in the background. We'll keep on it. Let me know if anything important happens or changes. Seeing as we got to see who wins. I mean, really, we've been unintentionally and inadvertently following this all week. Really, it was just kind of unintentional. Cody had me, check out the scores, and we got to what, inning 18 on this? Oh, brother, this guy stinks. They actually got the sign. That's hilarious. Oh, the Simpsons meme come to life. Look at that. That is fantastic. I missed that sign when Jay walked out tonight. That is hilarious. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Oh, classic. You see people like, I prayed for this and it happened with CM Punk. Very happy to see. I'm looking through now to see if there's any more. Glad Punk is champ. I mean, he certainly deserves it. He lost it quick. It served a good story, and that was about it, sadly. So he needs an actual title reign, not 5 minutes. So Saturday night's main event, November 1st in Salt Lake City. Don't forget, folks, past midnight tonight, we got to turn our clocks back. So when it hits 2 a.m. Eastern, it'll become 1. Fall back. Bring ahead. So we're going to fall backwards and gain an extra hour tonight. Jade looks like she'd break off. Yeah, it bites back. Snooze usually do. So that's why you got to distract it with a treat. Live on Peacock. I'm happy that they had this on, what was it, YouTube for international, but they said they had 7,867 in attendance, according to WrestleTix, but the building was set up for 8088, or Bub, not Boob. Close. Cody Rhodes, Oniti taking on Drew McIntyre, Scotsman, for the WWE Championship. Now the titles could change hands here. It could be a DQ or count out. If Cody gets in trouble or gets counted out, he's going to drop it. Drew called him, had her call him the real American Dream. That was funny. And these two really had a good match. That's what's most upsetting here, is that Drew loses clean again. They get down to the floor and McIntyre grabs the belt and he tries to, goad Cody on to hit him. But that's when he ends up dropping him with a Claymore. The crowd's chanting, "This is awesome." Just a bunch of really fun moments like that. Quick reversals. Drew is very quick for such a big guy, and he is huge. Cody got a massive Cody cutter at one point. And he attempted to go off the middle rope, but he clutched his knee. And then finally, when he recovers, he got it. So a great bit of selling there. Could have been real. Him going and stuffing the crossroads and Drew pushing Cody into the ref for the ref bump was a thing of beauty. Very creative. And that's a great justification for the ref being put down. So Drew could just say, hey, I saved myself with it here. So now the belt's there. And he tries to grab it. Now they both basically cross-body block into each other. Drew grabs a belt, but Cody DDTs him on the belt instead, knocks it out of his hands right down onto his head. The ref coming back to, little woozy, gets up, sees Cody deliver multiple crossroads, pins him. He's still retaining champ. Cody Rhodes wins. Crowd behind him the entire time. A good match. Excellent at times. They didn't play up on the stipulation hardly at all. They really never made me feel like Cody was in jeopardy. And then McIntyre losing clean yet again when even your champion lobbied to have Drew win. It really feels backwards. And people are like, oh, but there were title changes tonight. We got 2 of them. Yeah, this could have meant something. This could have been huge. And instead, it's just more of Cody doing the same thing that he was doing until he lost to Cena. They don't have anybody really ready for Cody. So now he's still going to have Drew. So what does Drew get to say? Oh, you DDT'd me on the chair. So that was unfair. You should be disqualified. I should have the belt. I get it. It writes itself. It just doesn't feel interesting because it doesn't feel like Drew can get the job done. You made me not believe in him at this point. You beat the willingness to want to participate as a supporter of Drew McIntyre out of me. You have knocked me down a few pegs. A very fun match. Worth your time. I don't know. Maybe watch the highlights because especially knowing how it ends, it just kind of falls flat to me. It's one that it is what it is. So yeah, they use the opportunities that presents themselves. Randy could be the next in line for the title to go up against Cody. People seem to think that he's going to turn heel and manage it that way. I'm not so sure that's the case, but it could be. We have to see because heel Randy always works, but he's another one that's up in age. I don't know how much time he's got left. He pretty much said a few years ago that he didn't want to go heel because of, he saw it finally had the other side. Fans are singing his song and like he's really getting all that veteran love. So come whatever may, I don't know if he wants to be booed, but we'll see. 4-2 still was 3-2. Now 4-2, still winning. So Blue Jays still, holding on hope, holding strong there for Game 7. Tiffany had a quick interview backstage, and then we had their match. This was quick. It wasn't a squash necessarily, but Jade close enough to squashing Tiffany is what happened here. Jade comes out and she's attacking Stratton's, knee-wrapped injury that Jade caused her. She recently, attacked Tiffany before the match. So that's what they focus on, the knee for the first while. Jade hits a big pump handle slam, gets a nice near fall with that. And finally, she goes for a swanton, gets a near fall of her own. Tiffany gets back up, but Jade hits Eye of the Storm on her. Gets another big fallaway slam, then another big fallaway slam, then another big fallaway slam. 3 amigos of fallaway slams to get the cover, but she couldn't keep Tiffany down. Did another sit-down power bomb, and now she's like, you know what? Forget it. Picks her up, power bombs her not once, not thrice, but twice, but doesn't cover her. She's like, kind of looks, gives the stanky eye, picks her up, hits the Jaded on the 3 count, licks her fingers, checks her oil. Everybody's good to go. Jade pretty much was like 99% of this match whooping Tiffany's ass. Tiffany got a swanton in, so that was the other 1%. I get what they're going for. They're protecting Tiffy with the damage to her knee and the subsequent attacks so they can have rematches. I don't know what's missing here. I don't know specifically what it is that I'm desiring or looking for, but this ain't it. Like, it's just not drawing me in. I'm happy for Jade. I'm glad she won. I do like Jade. I don't care about her and Tiffany facing off. I think it's because I know she just turned heel, so Jade needs that, and I'd rather see Tiffany as a heel. And the back and forth did not ever feel that like either one was on the same level. They just didn't have that. I don't know, that connection. And unfortunately, the promos felt dry with all of it. And now Jade's a champ. We'll probably get a couple of rematches for Tiffy time, but I could see Tiffany going to Raw and just to shake things up. Wouldn't be a bad idea at all whatsoever. Then we get the man with the tattoo on his neck that doesn't look totally terrible, Dominic Mysterio, taking on Penta and Rusev in a triple threat. No DQ, keep that in mind. So, the IC title has only changed hands, Michael Cole said, once in the 16 times that it's been defended on Saturday night's main event. So I'm like, maybe they're setting us up for a title change. It felt more than just subtle, more than just a stat. It felt like subtle foreshadowing is what I mean to say. So Penta hits a gigantic flip dive. Dom then hits Penta with a suicide dive. We've got Lucha Madness going on. Rusev pretty much he launched and dumped Dom face first onto the broadcast table there. The announcer's trying to dive out of the way, and Rusev grabs a title belt and then he kisses it and throws it back, and it was funny. Dom goes for the 619. Rusev stuffs it, puts him in the accolade, and that's when Penta comes in and just starts kicking Rusev so hard. Little punt kicks, goddamn, one after the other. Fucking kick. No, I said punt kicks, not kicks. Yeah, get it right. Censors. So, you basically saw Dom go ahead and hit Rusev with a Mexican destroyer that was happening when Penta jumped off the back of Rusev. Like it was nuts. So he jumps off the back of Rusev, grabs Dom, and gives him a Mexican destroyer. Fucking Penta's great. Cero miedo. Let's do it. We got a good tornado DDT from Penta, but Rusev gets up, hits him with a Mashka kick, puts him in the accolade, and it looked like he was about to tap, but he goes ahead and the bell rings, and that's it. So the fans are kind of like, what happened? Why? Overzealous timekeeper? We had that happen once before, remember, with The Undertaker and Lesnar. So we don't want that situation. And you see Dom. He's the ass that rang the bell. Creative. Very, very creative. He's used the ring bell hammer for all these weeks. Now he incorporated the ring bell. Very smart. The ref says, hey, you didn't end the match. They keep it going. Penta tries to pick up the ring bell hammer before Dom can grab it. And Dom moves out of the way, and the hammer hits. Rusev strikes him down with it. And that's when Dom just runs Penta through the roast, hits him right into the ringside LED stands. He frog splashes Rusev, gets him. 1, 2, 3. Fun and creative ending. A really hard-hitting match. Penta looked like $1 million. Rusev was a really good heel foil. But yeah, Tribal Chief and all these kind of things feel bored. Yeah, what else the Dude B said? Not Tiffy Reigns needs someone gimmick change, bro. Is the same Tribal Chief. That's the thing. I said Roman never apologized, never displayed any growth or compassion or any type of caring, an iota of caring for anybody but himself whatsoever. He did not turn face. He just lost the title. And since then, people have cheered the OTC. The OTC won. We've acknowledged him. But why? Why? What have you done to earn our acknowledgement? What have you done to, at least then, I'm the champion. I'm a 1,000+ day reign. I've taken over every show. You have to acknowledge me. I'm the best. You don't have a belt. You don't have a faction. You don't have a family. Who are you? This is where they could do something very creative with him and make a very introspective moment for this character. I've survived cancer twice, battling against leukemia, but I can't find myself who I am. I know I'm strong. I know I'm better than they could tell a really good comeback story for Roman. I was so afraid of my mortality that I let my ego get to my head because I had to know that if I died, that I left a legacy that my kids would be proud of, that my family would remember, that people would hold on to. If WrestleMania 40 happened, and heaven forbid, knock on wood, that night Roman got into a flight crash, plane goes down, his legacy, everything that he gave us with the bloodline and those title reigns, and even the big dog too. But I'm saying, you could keep it in universe, make it kayfabe, but it's such an easy thing. Hey, I allowed myself to be scared. I was afraid that I wasn't going to get to see my kids have kids of their own, and I wanted to make sure there was something important left of me. So if I wrote my name in the history books, if I erased their top champions, and I know that no one can break those day records, then I live in infamy forever. And I thought that that's what mattered most, but it isn't. It's you. It's your support. Is it? You get it? That's one shitty, terrible idea from the sleep-deprived me, but you can tap into those emotions so easily, so simply, and I don't know. These are the things that I get upset with because Dom is a really good wrestler. He's fun to see. What did he do this week? What's gonna go wrong for Dom? What situation did he put himself into? But the whole Americanos group has really jumped the shark. That shouldn't have lasted more than 2 weeks, realistically. I know they got over in Mexico, and that's why they kept them for AAA, but Ludwig should have gone back to just being Ludwig Kaiser. And by the way, I thought Saturday night's main event was starting tonight at 8 p.m., so I had to start with the opening match 3 minutes in progress. I'm like, oh, Christ. Glad we cleared that up. Then we go ahead and from there, we managed to have, as I say, the second to last match, our penultimate affair. And this is where, no, that was it. We're on our last match, CM Punk and Jey Uso. I keep thinking there's 5, but there's only 4. Silly brain. That was the penultimate. We're on the last. So we talked about it a lot earlier. CM Punk and Jey. It was a good match. A lot of rest holds. Jey looked pretty blown up initially. And I'm glad I'm not alone that everybody else thought it was 8 p.m. as well. I don't know what made them start at 7 and not really stress that. Because most of the things that I saw, what does my thumbnail say? It says 7 Eastern. Okay, so I am completely ass-started. I mean, we knew that, but I just wanted to make sure, yeah, no, that's official. You are a moron. Okay. All right. They got a lot of good back and forths, but if you want to say 3 letters, 1 word, GTS, because that's all they did in this match was reverse it and try to hit it, and reverse it and try and hit it. I think there was, hold on, I know on commentary. So initially Punk went for the GTS. He rolls to the floor. Then Punk hits the GTS and Jey falls through the ropes. Punk hoists up Jey for the GTS, but then that's when Jey avoids it and ends up spearing Punk. Then he goes for it again after the Uso splash and can't get him out. We get a "This is awesome" chant. That's 4, right? Then he hits the GTS, and you got another good near fall after the Uso splash. 5. 6. Jey hoists up Punk, hits him with a GTS. That's 6. Hits Punk with 1. 7. Punk got back to his feet, and he hits him with a GTS. So now Punk gets for another GTS because he's still on his shoulders, and he tries to get up, but he stumbles over, and Jey puts him in the sleeper. And that's when Punk puts him in the Anaconda Vice. So that was what, 8? Then Punk gets him up, hits him with the first GTS, 9. And then number 10, for the win. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of go to sleeps. Nobody went to sleep until the end. 10 of those, just like it started at 10 a.m. over there. Holy hell. Yeah, that's quite the affair for you folks. I forget. Yeah, you're midnight, 8 a.m., that kind of backwards. Forget that. It's bad enough we have an hour change here tonight. A lot of GTS, a lot of go to sleep. Grim might have to sue. We'll see what comes of it. But GTS had some big pay-per-view, that he does the other day. It was like Brewmania or something. And he had JD on there too. So people were showing me clips saying you got to go check it out. Crazy stuff. Gotta love backyard wrestling. Yeah, but yeah, it's been a it's been a lot to tolerate because they've been rushing the PLE builds the entire year so far. Really, since they got into Netflix, they really hyped into, hey, we got to go ahead and we got even more PLEs with the Saturday night's main events have been here for a little bit, but it's a lot. And they got rid of house shows and they got rid of all of these, extra things. And sometimes it might be why they have to go ahead and deal with the nonsense. But yeah, still 4-2, bottom of the 7th, right? Looks to be right. So as I disappear into the ether, yeah, we'll refresh it just to make sure. But yeah, no, we're still bottom of the 7th, 2-4. Blue Jays leading. Nice to see Toronto doing well.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto 11.
My wallet isn't. Yeah, if I would, like I said, 7 or 8 is a fair. If 8's too high, I'd give this show a 7, maybe even a 7.5. I know I was more positive than Cody. The 4 matches were good. I was very surprised we didn't get anything else added to it. I would have liked to have seen Post Malone have an improv match and get his ass beat by like Kane. I saw Kane testing out a shotgun on Twitter the other day. And I was like, how come that wasn't his finisher? Get the job done. Granted, you never know with Mr. Wright over there, but Raw, it's going to be exciting to see Punk come out, and he's the new champ, and he's going to hold that belt high, and we'll see if him and Braun Breaker do have that match this Monday. They did say that was the plan. Paul Heyman told Braun Breaker, you were not in the Battle Royal, because you're going to compete for it afterwards. So let's go ahead and see Punk right here. There we go, Mr. Punkers. Getting his belt put on. There you go, Codester. Look at that. Punk going nuts. See, right there, you should have attacked Post Malone. Should have just pulled him in the ring. You have a vagina! And just start attacking him endlessly. That's what I wanted. Oh, he's got to steal his hat, though. You know how sweaty Punk is. Don't wear my hat. That hat's like $10,000. God, some people. I'd be so mad seeing Punk. Congrats to Punk on the new World Heavyweight Championship. He's able to wrap around. We go round, and we go round again. Here's the thing. I don't want this to become where it was in 2019, where you've got potential, but the stories are just so distastefully piss poor that you can't power through the show. Raw became totally unbearable. SmackDown was completely intolerable. I don't know how we even got through some of the reviews we did for those things, because I'm not being hyperbolic. They were horrific shows. They were written so bad. Just remember Dean Ambrose in a gas mask getting inoculated so he could go through the audience of people. That was a thing that happened. That was something that existed. We forget, how mighty have fallen when it comes to these things. But yeah, I'm blown away with some of the changes here and what's going on. What was your score, folks? Let me know in the chat, on Twitch, on Rumble, on Twitter/X, on YouTube. Give me your scores out of 10, please. Fill me in and fill me up with your love. Toronto
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Still the bottom of the seventh, holding out strong. Blue Jays at bat. So we got, just about 2 innings to go, and we'll see what comes of it. But as of right now, looks like we're going to the top of the 8th, I believe, because that should be the 3rd out. So comes in the scores. Nina says 7.5 out of 10. Mark gives it a 6. Jim K says 7.5. DJ Anime 7.5. Stuart 8 out of 10. Michael gives it a 4 out of 10. Interesting. See if anybody else's scores roll in. I'm at a 7 out of 10. I think that's where I'm going to have to stay. And that's not bad. People hear 7, they immediately think it's failing. It's like, no, it's because if you hear a 5 out of 10, people are like, oh, forget it. That's terrible. But no, if you get a 2 or a 1, don't watch it. A 3 is like so bad it's good kind of thing, but still bad. 4 is it's got something to it. Like, it's a match. It's not a good match. It's got a lot of botches, but it's not the worst thing you've ever seen. 5 is a little bit more improved from that. Maybe a green indie wrestler learning how to go with a pro kind of thing. It just never really got off the rails. 6, memorable for something small, but still could be impactful. Usually the main event of a weekly TV show should hit the 6 or more territory. 7, hey, I enjoyed this thoroughly. I am not disappointed. Could have been better in some ways, but overall, I'm happy. 8 is, this was memorable, and I'll be talking about this later in the week, not just today. It's going to be having some lasting effect. 9 out of 10 means I need to watch this again, and I could watch it time and time again. This is close to an instant classic or something that stands out for being so memorable and enjoyable that it's really going to stick out. And a 10, that's the ultimate replay. That's, the highest crescendo. I don't recall giving anything a 10, but I don't think we've given anything a 0 either. Although I did watch a guy the other day go ahead and scramble his brains like no other. I didn't think it was real the initial time I saw it with how silly it all looks, but no, this was real. This is from IWA Deep South, with all their hardcore stuff down there. So one hell of a moment for these guys. They live for hardcore. So let's go ahead and I will show you guys. We'll check this out quick while we update the World Series score. You can see over here for IWA Mid-South as I disappear. There we go. Make sure the audio's included. Attaboy, Jake. We're getting somewhere. And refresh. Audio. Jesus. He hits him with some explosive in the head. And what is he going to get paid? A hot dog and a sandwich? Maybe a hot dog and a soda? Yeah, just count to 1 million. See right there, pop. He hits him with something that's explosive. You can see it right away. It literally makes a firecracker noise. A pop. Through all the glass, the tables, and he hits his head on this 3rd table here. Watch one more time to really pop. See, his head goes down and then he ends up under the table, but he comes right down on that table. Oh, God, IWA, why do you do the things you do? Look at this. Top of the 8th. Dodgers trying to make a comeback. I told the Dodgers if I wanted your comeback, I'd scrape it off your mom's teeth. Oh! I think it's a different experience for people who are in attendance than the casual viewer watching it from home. Jay is a good wrestler in promo. He carried the Bloodline story. Yeah, Jay is not a slouch. He deserves to be in that main event, upper echelon caliber of star. He should be considered in there. The problem that I have is that they don't represent him in that way. That was my biggest issue with Jinder Mahal becoming champion. He jobbed in 3MB for 4 fucking years. He didn't win anything. He just jobbed and lost and jobbed. And then he jobbed and didn't have a match at Mania, and he jobbed some more. And then all of a sudden, he wins a quick battle royal And then the very next week with the pay-per-view, the Backlash show, he beats Orton and gets the title. He doesn't really like cheat. He gets the title. And then he's got the Singh brothers to help him. Yes, there's his cheating ways, but still, they never made him seem believable, credible. That's why all the stories about, oh, they want TV in India, market the network in India. They want. Come to find out, I listened to Jinder recently, and they get a run 3-4 for the Dodgers, trying to take it back to the Blue Jays. We go and we flash forward to today, and Jinder's talking about it, and he's like, in India, they can't even advertise with cable and certain things. Like the network didn't exist because everybody already gets wrestling as part of some sports package that was paid for in like the cable type thing. So we couldn't even, when we did promos over there, he's like, I had to do separate promos that didn't mention the $9.99 for the network and stuff. And I was like, oh shit, so you really have to go ahead. And so no, it was never an Indian expansion, or it was because Vince said that Jinder deserved it. Why? His body transformation. What is Vince all about? Bodies, looks, physique. And now it makes perfect sense. Jinder Mahal, body transformation. I mean, this man went from one freaking slouch and a half to freakazoid. Like Freakzilla didn't have this kind of pronunciation in some of these veins. The Blue Jays are gonna, you think the Blue Jays are gonna go ahead and the bed? They could, but look at this physique. I know, not the highest quality picture, but you get the point. My God. You went from I eat at 7-Eleven because they give you extra cheese sauce on the left to the right being like, I now only eat 7 to 11 calories a week. I mean, dear God. Ugh. 2 outs, bottom. Oh, no, see, yeah, top of the 8th still. I don't have my glasses on. Work with me. I'm slowly fading into the ether here anyways, folks. So, granted, I thank you all for hanging out with us. I'm glad everybody had a good time. This Monday after the Raw review, we'll be playing more games with you, the audience. Going to be a great time. I can't wait for that. Yeah, Jinder really did just this crazy transformation, and Vince saw it, and he said, I weight trained my entire life. And he's like, I've used anabolic steroids through none of this. He's like, this transformation that I had was incredible. And anybody telling me that I was on anabolic steroids, he's like, you don't just stick a needle in your ass and then you're huge a few days later. He's like, this is 4 months that it took him to do this, August all the way to December 2016. That's when he got the title, all that stuff. I mean, that is nuts. And they have to do AAS about it. Well, what do you know? I'm on hormone replacements myself. So yeah, he ate a cow beforehand, and the second one, he was the bull. That's why I hate that the people have to cut weight in fighting. Like, oh, my weigh-in weight is 215, but now, I actually, cut 38 pounds. And I saw one local fighter. He put himself in the hospital because he won the fight, and then he went to Olive Garden. It was just eating and eating and eating and eating. And he was going nuts in raviolis, and he ate so much that he like blew up his stomach, basically. It was like, but yeah. He's like, I can gain like 30 pounds in a day from just cutting if I eat a bunch of pasta and cheese. Nuts. So who's going to be Jade's first opponent after Tiffany Stratton? If they even do a rematch, who's going to be Punk's first opponent? I think Punk will probably face Braun Breaker at some point, but right away? This gets fun. I don't see what's going on for War Games at this point in time. Originally, we heard the story with the Vision, but it doesn't feel like they're going in that direction with them. I mean, I could be way off, but they are giving us John Cena's tournament, so we're going to have Nia. Nia's a good call to be Jade's first real challenger. That'd be a good one for her to have to put over. So No, she doesn't miss periods. She leaps over them. They don't even see her. Aunt Flo never comes to visit. Not a chance. Yeah, the whole Cena thing here, this should have been happening for months. This should have been a focal point and a main prize for one of your big shows. John Cena versus the winner of a 16-man tournament with entrants from WWE, TNA, NXT, and outside of this company. That is crazy. Makes me think that, what they're going for and where they're going with it. I don't know if it'd be Gunther still. Punk and Larry would be a great fight. You just take that dog and take him over. Let him play with Jake the dog. Just saying. I'm not so sure about the women's blood and guts with AEW. I mentioned that earlier. Got the Triangle of Madness. We'll see what happens there with that match. Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Tekla, the Triangle of Madness, taking on with Mercedes Moné, Marina the Problem, Shafir, and Megan Bayne, taking on Chris Statlander, Tony Storm, Willow Nightingale, Queen Aminata, Jamie Hayter, and Harley Cameron. It's just the faces with the faces, the heels with the heels. That's what we get both sides. And, but I miss when NXT would do the War Games because there was such a good use of it. It was always for storyline purposes. Undisputed Era is fucking everybody's life up. War Games. Kurt was his first match. Beat Cena. Could be last match. Cena wins. I mean, I would love to see Kurt at least be the special guest referee, Jim. Mm-hmm. That's where it's at. That's what we need to see from the John Cena machine. At least some acknowledgement. I know he's done angle slams and things of that nature, but I would love to see. I like the gauntlet idea that people had. They said, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and have him face, one after another, and just eventually we'll see when he gets beat. That's all there is to it. We're gonna keep going until you get your ass beat. So, hey, I like it. I'll take it. I'm McIntyred of him losing as well, Pico. That's a great one. Speaking of being great, guys, make sure you check out XSplit. Use code BANANA for 20% off premium over there. You want to go ahead and broadcast yourself to the world, use XSplit for all the crazy, latest, up-to-date features, and then help grow your search engine optimization. Take your YouTube to another level when you supercharge it using vidIQ. No sales contract. It's just me saying it. You go ahead and go to vidiq.com/intosomewhere for a hell of a discount. And you go ahead and get some more freebies too. So check both of them out. Links in the description box down below. I appreciate everybody being here, everybody hitting the like button. Saturday night's main event was what it was. Drew said that this would usually be problematic. I put you through a table yesterday. I walked away with my head held high, but not this time. It's my time, basically. And I mean, we've got Cena and Mr. Iguana. He's got an iguana. Yeah, that would be something. Seeing Jay sulk. He shouldn't have apologized to his brother at all. He should have just been angry and bitter, still fighting with Jimmy, and then he loses this match and he could say he was distracted by his brother, like something. We're at the bottom of the 8th now, just the top of the 9th to go after this. And Toronto might be your winners, but look at that. Punk's got the belt held up high in the sky. Yeah. And what do we have there? Very downtrodden and sad. Jey Uso. Sad from day one-ish. You want some happy pills? Huh? Tell him. Jay, you want some happy pills? You want some happy pills? We can hook you with some happy pills. How much you be sad? You want a soul snatcher?
The soul snatcher, because I think it can come out of anywhere.
There you go. Why am I still disappearing into the... This thing don't like me none. Folks, I appreciate you all putting in your scores and hanging out with us the whole time. As I said, we'll be live this upcoming Monday with the Raw review. We should be live Tuesday with the NXT review, and then we'll be live this upcoming. Oh, you're back just in time getting the hell out of here. We go ahead. Yeah. We'll be live this Monday for the Raw review. We'll be live Tuesday for the NXT review. No worries. Life happens. You know, hopefully you rescued your sister and all's good. We got our own devil's kiss. 4 letters, 1 word, kiss. I was talking about Stephanie Vacour, my Raw Women's Champion. Got me excited. No, Stephanie Vacour. No, I said I'm talking about Stephanie Vacour, my Raw Women's Champion. And you can give me that devil's kiss. That's right. Just like every other champ. And what do we got? The Blue Jays, 4-3. Did they just take it? Canadian World Series. Don't fuck up, Toronto. That's it. Come on, don't fuck it up. Dun, 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 dun. I was just about to clue them in and get the fuck out of here. Yes, my exhausted ass, but the World Series isn't over yet, so we'll see if this doesn't go to extra innings or any shit. We'll find out what happens with the game at least. We've got to go ahead and see the conclusion now. We've been just gripped to the edge of our seats, right, folks? Everybody's just losing it over the Blue Jays game. Pitching change for the Dodgers. Did you even bring me back a hot dog? You didn't get my text? You said fine. I told you, I said I'm hungry, put your meat in my mouth. You said you were making hot dogs. Yeah, no, I didn't want to see your dick. Yeah, I thought you were cooking. That's what I was like, put your meat in my mouth. And I was hungry. Put your pants on and you know what? You got to marinate it. They made you silent. The creepers inside the computer. That's okay though. I kicked him. Don't worry. We fixed it. They I don't know this broken thing apparently, but I thought you were at least going to bring me a foot long.
How's your Jake bot doing?
So, I ordered some parts, tariff and all. They're on back order. That's where we are at. You didn't want a hot beef injection too? I told you they got pretzel dogs. Hey, if I could be like fat on one thing forever and just gorge myself, it would be the pretzel place at the mall. That makes those hot, delicious, fucking salty pretzels. And then they put everything in a pretzel. They're like, yeah, you want bacon and cheddar and hot dogs? No.
They can't hear me in the chat?
No. Why would they want to?
That's true.
Why are you mocking the pretzel place that I love? It's pretzel time. It's so fucking good. You never had pretzel time at the mall?
No.
The Meriden Mall. I'll trade you a few
Pretzel
Swedish fish for balls and a wiener. I could do that. I can hook you up with some meatballs and a hot dog coop. No worries.
Mr. Negative. I'm Cody Rhodes Onidi, according to AI. I thought that was official.
And Google.
So
yeah, when you search it now, it
too
says
many names. I can't.
it does put your middle name at Rhodes, R-O-A-D-S. It's better than fucking your other nicknames. So, I mean, that's an improvement. We're not calling you
Cody Rhodes
anymore.
Onidi.
Yeah.
You're calling me what?
Or face.
Cody Rhodes Onidi.
Yeah.
Jake DeMarco, because I thought I was going to have to be Jake DeMarco because, you thought, but until you came back out of that portal.
Or we were
Mr.
calling
Negative.
you most times too.
Oh, but your AI wife said I was.
Yeah, we got that.
No, she said I was not Hendry.
Yeah, no.
Not that second host from Blues Clues.
No.
Not Samoa,
No, no Steve.
not I'm Steve.
No Steve. It's Cody's
No
Clues.
Steve.
Cody's Clues.
Can we hear that music?
No. It's been banned on the stream. They said no fun.
Why?
They said no fun.
But we're trying to make it positive.
Them's
Mr.
the
Negative
rules.
can't ever be positive.
Them's the rules. No, can't be positive. All right, here we go.
Grab your thinking cap and your dancing shoes with Jake the dog and a big hooray. We'll solve the mystery every day. Makes us a star. Cody's Clues, Cody's Clues. Grab your thinking cap and your dancing shoes with Jake the dog and a big hooray. We'll solve the mystery every day.
See? Instant classic. Thank you. You didn't even compliment me for tonight's intro.
Pipe bomb, who's will stand tall? Who's gonna break? Who's gonna fall? The rope.
Yeah. Where are we at?
Anyway.
Bottom of the 8th. No
Since I'm
outs.
Mr. Negative,
Yes.
what do you guys want me to be?
Negative.
Hi, everybody. This is Cody, but
Yeah.
this show was awesome.
Exactly.
So
Oh,
I'm supposed to just bullshit my way into WWE's good side?
yeah, that's what I gave you in the handbook that said how to be a good WWE podcaster. Remember?
Oh, just never give your real opinion.
Don't give your real opinion, lie your ass off, and remember,
Just say
don't
everything's
put
great.
your in crazy. Yeah. And so the only things you got to remember. That's it.
Gotcha.
Mm,
kinda sucks, though.
I'm getting abducted. Anybody want a tan?
So if I turn positive,
Uh-huh.
what would my new nickname be?
Happy
Mr.
Cody
Positive?
Rhodes Onidi. Can you do
Happy
this?
Cody Rhodes
Can you
Onidi,
spin in
Jake
circles?
DeMarco.
Can you spin in circles? I don't think so. Look at this.
I
I'm
don't
doing
think I can spin in
cartwheels.
circles.
Yep. Yep. Looks like I'm in a wheelchair doing it. See? Yeah. All right, you. Let me scoot my ass back this way. I was trying to get the
I'm supposed
I don't
to
have
own
the
the
green
negative
screen,
character.
so I didn't want to hobble and carry the damn thing, and I assumed wrongly that it wouldn't freak out, but it's just gonna freak out. See? So hey, house.
So on your into somewhere friends and stuff like Liz, Baz, me, am I listed as a heel or something?
No, you're just listed as
I'm
you.
not a heel.
No,
I'm Mr. Negative though.
that's your own
Negative
moniker.
people
I
are
didn't give you the
usually
nickname, but yeah, that was given to you by
Well, you
the people.
encouraged it.
I was going for the Sheamus look
I can
there with
hear
the bright
myself.
white. Yeah, no shit. You wanted to hear Cody's Clues. This is your own.
Oh
doing.
yeah. But you're not playing it anymore.
I was. We went through it 3 times.
You stopped playing it for like 10,000 minutes though. I
Yeah,
could still hear myself. I was talking good during it.
you shouldn't hear yourself.
No, I can't.
Yeah, see, I already changed it before when you said you were. Maybe now it'll not take me out of this. All right. As long as that worked. God, where's my buttons? Non-responses. Thanks a shit. Well, what are we at here? Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, 3 to 4. There we go. I'm gonna have to take away your button uses too,
No,
aren't
you're
I,
not.
sir? Gonna have to. Oh
you're
God. Till I get one that works and doesn't cut out. I don't know if it plays for you fully, but on my end, it just goes and it just cuts out.
Why'd it do that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just because of the way it's going
I heard that
through
too.
you, but it just cuts out the whole time. So
I heard
So I
that
said,
too.
we got to get you better buttons.
Yeah, we do.
We're going
I
to
don't know what
see.
that was. That like glitched big time.
It's just a sound. It don't work. Doesn't want to work. It's lazy.
Who do we blame for things like this? Oh yeah,
You.
me.
You. Yeah, it's easy. You.
You know what name I just hate?
Megan?
Megan.
I thought you were still hung up on that bitch. No, what name do you hate?
I hate the name George because last night we were talking about Curious George, and you said in person you
George
liked your banana too much.
Washington? Yeah.
George, yeah.
Tried to sail across my Delaware.
It just came up, you know.
Hey, listen, that's what happens. Was Andrew Tate fighting recently or is this old? That's funny if it is. True. He gets hit and he starts quitting. He's like, oh, he broke his jaw. That's funny. Sorry, bub. Who wouldn't love to be a fly on the wall the moment Tony sees this photo? Currently, 4 of their 5 world champions and 2 of their NXT mid-card champions are directly byproducts of AEW who escaped in search in greener pastures. Very true. I mean, this photo is, it almost feels personal from Triple H. It really does.
You want to know? If people win contests and I'm one of the judges, being mean to me isn't going to help you. I'll disqualify you from ever winning a contest again.
Ooh.
Just putting that out there.
Oh, that sounds like a threat, but it's not. Allegedly.
That's a promise.
That's right. Allegedly. So, yeah, I did send out her winning prize. She does have a very cool prize coming her way for winning the
I
costume
honestly think you
contest.
should send it back.
But I couldn't decide, so I did put it through a generator, and I just put all the names in, and she got lucky and won because we had some really, really cool costumes. Mr. Freddy Krueger was awesome, sir. And we had wonderful Ash Ketchum from Brendan, so many more. So
Thanks for sending me the code of what she got before sending it to her.
yeah, gladly. This way you can check on it
You
first.
can't hear me, right? So,
No, you're good. This way they check on it first. Yeah, I
She
figured.
doesn't know you sent me that, right?
No, she has no clue.
Cool. That's
Guilty. Come on, batter's box. What's going on? That looks like to be it to me. That's the third out if I'm ever done dare see one myself. I'm thinking that's it. We're going to the 9th and hopefully the last inning. We'll see what happens here with it, but
I'm gonna go make myself some spiked eggnog to maybe celebrate the Dodgers losing. If I come back, and then I'll chug it anyway.
All right, and you just gulp it down.
You know it, sir. So we got pumpkin eggnog and the regular golden eggnog. Which one should I,
Pumpkin.
use?
See,
Pumpkin
I was the guy that when I was a kid, my favorite was pumpkin ice cream. It would come out only in, this season, obviously. So that was always my favorite go-to. And then they had this delicious like apple pie crumb ice cream. The only 2 that I was ever into as far as like ice cream goes, but I needed it. I had to have it. And now everybody loves pumpkin
flavored
everything.
Snacks more than pumpkin flavored drinks, if that makes sense. I don't know.
I mean, we got 3 more outs to go. Do you think it's going to happen?
Do you like? I think so. I don't think they're going.
Going to get Toronto not making us go to extra innings and they're going to win here or what?
Ew, eggnog and yum. Okay, make a poll in the chat. Eggnog, pro eggnog, or anti eggnog? Put it in there. Make it a poll.
Ooh, wrong thing.
We got to see if we got more eggnog lovers, and you ask your Twitter folks as well. I saw that like over 100 people were watching at one point. So.
Yeah. Eggnog, is it delicious or gross? Go ahead and Twitter was bumping. Unfortunately, we can't get on the TikToks. You know, we tried, but they keep just suspending us before we even go live. I don't know why either. That's infuriating. We'll figure it out. I'm just still happy that CM Punk is our world champion. I had honestly told you my two predictions, and not because, you know, oh, I'm going to have backup, but I really didn't feel like anybody was going to get involved. They said, I think they're just going to give it to Punk, and that's going to be it. We're not going to get a heel turn,
Yeah.
nothing special, just Punk will
I
get it.
don't mind. I don't mind CM Punk getting it at Saturday Night's main event because I'll contradict and make me look like a hypocrite about Drew McIntyre not getting his big moment.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they did something like this, like a big star wins a big title at a Saturday Night's main event.
Yep.
So overall, I'm not mad, and I know some people are mad that it's in Utah. JD, I'm sorry.
Who cares?
No, all the respect for you, you know.
That crowd
But
was
like,
good.
what's wrong with Utah? Well, what's his issue with Utah?
Mormons,
Utah.
maybe?
Did something happen with you, him, and your other co-host back in the day in Utah? Do you guys remember going to Utah at all? And something like fucking
I wasn't there. I was
weren't
not.
there?
I was not at the gay hotel in Utah.
Oh, that's where they were? Jesus.
You said it, not me. I'm just saying I wasn't there.
I said it.
Yeah. I didn't bring that up. You did.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know about a gay hotel.
Yeah, you were just saying that the TransCon. You had to pick which side you're on. Were you on the gay
transaction.
side or the trans?
No, you didn't let me finish. Transaction. I thought like a transaction happened. Oh man.
Yeah, we're just kidding.
Now you just. Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah.
You're yeah kidding. Okay, they can't hear us, right?
No, they had to get
So,
an excavator to break out the ball from last night. Is that true?
They can't hear us. I want to know. I don't know if that's true. Actually, I need to.
They said after 12 long hours, the ball was dug out by an excavator. I don't think that's the truth.
Let me
but
go get my spiked eggnog real quick. I'll be right back.
Go get your milkshake liquor.
Right, milkshake liquor. I guess that's what we can call it.
We even got the Canadian
Oh.
national anthem happening by Schitt's Creek's own
If
Noah
Blue Jays
Reed.
win, you have to sing the Canadian national anthem before we go.
Oh, I'll be right on that.
I'll be right back. You better get singing.
Okay. My home and native land, stand beside me and guide me to the one I love. Don't go breaking my heart now, girl. Don't go breaking my heart, 'cause I want it that way. Ooh, Canada, I love you, girl. I think that's the whole thing. Ooh, Canada, things are gonna get easier, right? Isn't that the chorus? George Carlin was my favorite comedian of all time. I had tickets to go see him, and then he passed away. I was so devastated. I had tickets the first time that I got for my birthday, and I had brain surgery, so I didn't get to go. And then he died, like a couple of years after that. Yep. Always a big regret that I missed seeing him live. I am a huge Carlin fan. I used to watch his specials over and over and over. I had a couple of them on VHS, and then I taped the HBO ones and watched those ad nauseum. I even liked the Chris Rock special that they had on HBO at that time too. I think it was Bigger and Blacker or whatever. But yeah, fucking HBO used to have just such great comedy. Still the top of the ninth, 1 out. 2 more to go. Toronto has it. We'll see come what may. Are we going to get Toronto winning this bad boy? Seems like it. Never know. Not over till it's over. Yeah. That's kind of ingenious. So somebody went ahead and is giving away a MacBook on Twitter. But the only way they're doing so, they said, you'll be getting this MacBook if no one likes your comment in the next 24 hours. So basically, you got to have your comment up there with no one liking it for 24 hours. Just takes one random person, and people just go through every new one and hit it. So that's pretty crazy. It's a hell of a way to do a giveaway. A lot of A lot of great interaction that way with your account. It's genius level. Brooks Jensen said, it's been 22 years since John Cena screwed my father's career over. Maybe my time is now.
Well,
Interesting.
damn, I came back and it's tied.
Yeah, this is where we're at.
You know what? Fuck it. It's game 7. If you're up for it, we're staying up until it's over.
I mean, we got 2 outs right now.
Well,
yeah, so Bull Buchanan's son is saying that John Cena should fear him. He said, John, you forgot to mention one name. Let's not forget January 26, 2003.
oh,
I forgot what the hell that was, but I'm sure someone will remind me. What did Cena do to Bull Buchanan? All
wasn't
right.
that the
One more out. It's tied 4-4. So now Toronto has to nail it. Oh, is that where he turned on Bull Buchanan?
Whoa, he
I
did
believe
all
so.
that, bro?
Yeah, because Cena's first partner was Bull Buchanan. I think he turned on him on that day. I'm pretty sure. But Brooks Jensen, I always forget that that's his dad because he's in NXT. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Funny shit. Didn't he turn on him or something? I don't remember. What did he do with Bull Buchanan?
I don't know what happened there.
I have the memory of a goldfish when it comes to boy here. All right, let's see. Yeah, he was in Right to Censor, teaming with John Cena. Buchanan also became the B2, B squared, bling bling, Buchanan, gotcha. This led to Cena slapping him and shoving, and then B squared shoved Cena down. And then as he went to attack Cena, Road Dogg re-debuted and came to the crowd and joined Cena. And thus Road Dogg replaced, he turned on him. That's what I'm saying, I thought. Meet George Jetson, his boy Elroy. And that's when he was fired. So he got released January 26, 2003. So that's what he's saying. Don't ever forget, you've got my dad fired. So yeah, Cena was like, you're done, you're out. I got the Road Dogg. D-O-double-G, let's get this hizzle shizzle before you go inform the Voodoo Kin Mafia. Make me feel like I don't know my shit. Turned on him. Got him fired. He slapped him, pushed him back before they could kick each other's ass. Oh, look at that. A little mess up there for the neck breaker. I'm trying to see what we get here. That's the third out, but we're tied. So all we need is one run from Toronto. And I'm fading. What do you think, Cody? Did you chug your eggnog and jello shots yet or what?
Out of pain, yeah.
All right. Eggnog is 50-50 right now for delicious and gross on the Twitter machine. It says 50-50. So YouTube and Twitter are both 50-50. I like people saying, oh shit, Bull Buchanan is your dad. For Brooks Jensen. That's true. We didn't see that last night, but Solo Sikoa went over to the big skeleton and dabbed it up on his way out. He knows what's up. Amanda Huber talking about her husband, Brody Lee. Oh, he's sad. 5 years ago. I'm excited for Chelsea Green. So she's got her presidential agenda, the first ever longest reigning, most dangerous United States women's champion. She said to win the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championship with Ethan Page is her new decree in foreign belt relations. No foreign domination. So she wants to beat Julia and keep her from taking over her reign. I think Chelsea should wipe the floor with her. Get your belt back, girl.
You think we're gonna get a walk off here in the bottom of the ninth, or
I don't know. Looks like we're just waiting to see. Wish you were here, Blake Monroe said.
Vladdy?
So do we,
coming up.
Blake. Blake's celebrating everywhere with her women's North American title. Here she is on some dream beach island resort. Ooh, baby. That's a hell of a shiny title. Look at that thing. I love those side plates. Look at those. Those are beautiful side plates. Gorgeous. Love to hold on to those side plates. Ugh. Gorgeous.
Let's see what Vlad Guerrero does. Vlad Guerrero Jr.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Here we go. Come on,
1-0 count.
Narrate it. Get it going.
All right.
You tell me.
Blake Snell pitching for the Dodgers.
Hmm.
That looked like a off-speed pitch. Down and outside. 2-0 count.
No one on base, so they gotta go
Let's
ahead.
go
and-
Blue Jays.
1 out.
Fastball. Down. 3-0. I think they're gonna unintentionally walk Vlad Guerrero Jr. because that's Blue Jays' best batter.
Yeah. Well, hey, you would know. I trust your opinion on this. I don't follow Major League a month.
Oh, nope, that's dying down. Vlad almost hit a home run, but
Almost.
1-0.
I don't want to comment on how they stripped you of the title, Tiffany, because it's just pathetic. To me, you will always be the champion of my desires. Thank you for all the emotions you gave me in your title reign. That's a little bit extreme. She didn't have a horrible title reign. It wasn't the most memorable, but it was good. Yeah, saying that the women's champ only deserves 3 stars. Dave gave NXT some ridiculous star ratings, and at times it makes it feel like he does just hate the women, you know? It comes across bad.
Dave
Meltzer.
Meltzer?
Yeah.
Fucking trash bag. I fucking hate him. He hates me too, so.
Jade didn't squash Tiffany Stratton, but she came pretty damn close. Just, squashing her. How long do you think Punk will hold the title for? I'm thinking till the Rumble, around Rumble time. I don't see him going into Mania with it, but I could be off.
You think Breaker wins the Rumble?
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do at this point because supposedly Braun Breaker is
That's
supposed
2
to
videos.
be. I know he's supposed to be challenging Punk now because Punk won, so he's supposed to be taking on Punk tomorrow on the Raw.
I know it's
show
at the end of January, but I think it's going to be a little fun here. I think we should do a little early Rumble.
Oh, we're definitely having early Rumble predictions on last year's as well. So
Like match card predictions, what we think and who we think. Then we'll do our regular predictions, obviously, a few days before the show to see where we were at. It's going to be a fun little time.
Yes, indeed.
I know people in the chat asked before about wanting to join in for their Survivor Series prediction right before.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are busy the day before Thanksgiving, so that's why I was thinking probably do the predictions. I know it's at the end of the month, but either with the Raw review or on Tuesday.
Can't do it Tuesday, so it's either Wednesday or bust, unfortunately. If anybody can make it, you make it. If you can't, you can't. But we'll do all we can. But yeah, that's going to be the weekend of Thanksgiving before Survivor Series. So Thanksgiving Eve, we'll have our prediction
Can't do it
showcase.
with the Raw review? I think
No.
that would make sense.
No. So it's not going to work out that way. Especially if a few people are coming, we'll see what comes of it. But we're going to do it that Wednesday. A little bit of shopkeeping on the show. But yeah, we'll have it then. We still
I only
have
asked
just
that
one
because I
out.
know a few people in the chat said they were going to be busy that Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, if you are, I know Liz is going to AEW, and I wanted to try and get her on as well. But yeah, I won't. I know I won't be able to that Tuesday. So yes, indeed.
I don't know what
and
I'll be doing.
Thursday's Thanksgiving. Well, if you can't make it, no worries, bud. Not a problem. We'll see what happens before then.
I
We
just-
still
I
got
don't know.
weeks away.
Yeah, that's why I don't even know what I'll be. I can't even say if I'll be available or not. Probably.
Exactly. We'll see what happens. Never know. We'll get there step by step. And we'll be doing some more stuff with the community as well. It'll be a good time. Always fun. Yes, indeed. Hey, you're going to AEW. What am I supposed to do? I can't do it on a Tuesday night, you know? I can't. And we're not going to
If
do it
he's not
combined with the
available
Raw
on
review.
Tuesdays,
I know, but wife's going back to work Monday, and I got no more time of her taking care of me. I got to do it all myself now. Still can't walk.
yeah. So
I'll figure that out. Can't drive. Can't all that shit. But got to wait and see if I need another surgery too. So that's
it's
always
weeks away,
the
guys.
iffy.
We'll figure it out.
Figure it out. Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, and
We'll
then
make it work
combining it with the
for-
Raw review just kills the SEO because then nobody will see it as is. Like anybody sees our shit anyway, since it gets reported into oblivion. But we
Hey,
try and be
that's
as
why we're
entertaining as
doing
possible.
2 Survivor Series predictions. We're gonna be doing the match card predictions as well, like early, like just to see how we do. And then the
Yeah, we got
actual
early
prediction
predictions
show
for the
will be a
Rumble.
fun-
Are we still just one man on second base and one out? Waiting for some progress here. Hit the fucking ball. That was always my problem with baseball. It just took way too long. They take such a
How
long
confident
time.
are you
I would
with the
make those
early
sons of bitches
Survivor
kick
Series
it.
predictions? How confident are you with the early Survivor Series predictions? If that's what we record tomorrow, that you'll get it.
Oh,
on the
I
dot
wasn't planning on doing
for-
Survivor Series early. I thought we were doing Rumble early eventually. but
Rumble. My bad. Yeah, we are doing Rumble. I'm tired. You know.
either
Fuck it.
which way.
I was just thinking Survivors. You know what I meant. Yeah.
Toronto. Fucking A, make this goddamn play and win.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff coming up. It'll be a great time. Get into the spirit of Thanksgiving by bringing out Mr. Gobblers himself. Maybe Robot Jake will be done by then. Tony Khan, I mean, there's a lot I can say that he fumbled. That's something I'm looking forward to talking about more in depth. But as I was explaining earlier, I mean, look at this photo alone. Look at everybody that's here. And it's not just
Sorry
one
for even
person.
bringing that up, though. I was just.
What are you sorry
reading
for?
the
No,
chat.
no. Yeah, we got to go ahead and figure it out.
Again,
Exactly.
People like there's nothing to worry about. Oh, we'll make it work for. Try to make it work for everyone. It's
Exactly.
weeks away. We'll
We
make
got
something
weeks. We'll figure it out. We always do. We always figure it out. We always find a
work.
way.
Even if we have to adjust the time. Again, yeah.
We'll make it
figure
work.
out.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look at all these people that have come into WWE and been instant stars, not just champions either, but stars. Penta
Yeah, it's
is so
funny.
over. Ray Phoenix on the SmackDown side is so over. Aleister Black, really over. Is he being used 100%? Is he a champion? No, but not everybody could be the guy.
This relates.
You need.
This relates to what you're talking about.
Yeah, you need that
Because this
middle
is all
tier.
ex-AEW guys. Did you think Rusev? I missed your thing on there before. Actually, won the title at first when the bell rang.
No, I thought they were going to do the stupid thing of because they said it too quickly, like, oh, the timekeeper rang the bell in, out of excitement kind of idea. And they've done that before. And I hate when they try and pull that shit. Like it wasn't the ref calling for the bell. So, no, I didn't think so. But I was thinking like, oh, they'll restart the match or so. I had Dom not losing. I did not see him. If anything,
you
I
like
would
how they
picture
did it?
Penta. Yeah, it was very creative. I liked them ringing the bell because Dom's been using the bell hammer for weeks now as a weapon. But now he used it as a weapon just by using his brain. So still one out. Oh, I see something just happened. What do we got? 2 outs now or?
A 1 out, 2 men on base.
Oh, another one on base. Okay, I didn't update the bases yet. So yeah, TNA was doing much better than they tried to go head to head with WWE, and they pushed too many things too quickly. It's like, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that, because we need hot shot angles and we need people. We have to make them tune in. They got 1.3 or 1.4 million people to tune in, almost the same as the AEW debut all these years later, and then they lost them off a cliff on Spike because they didn't do anything sensical or logical. Everything was just rapid fire. Oh, we got Jeff Hardy and the betrayal. Oh, this, that. No reason to go head to head. And then Tony moved the night to go head to head with NXT. Supposed to be Tuesday Night Dynamite. He moved it to Wednesday to take on NXT head to head. And they beat NXT for a while, but now NXT has been crushing them. You weren't here before, sir, but the numbers this week were horrific for them. I'm baffled because I don't want to
For
see them
NXT or
doing that
Dynamite?
for Dynamite.
Everything's
NXT
great.
wasn't great either. NXT had like 500 and something thousand, but they went up against the World Series as well. Dynamite had 418,000, I think it was.
Oh, jeez.
It's 459.
Greatest year of their
Last week
company,
was
though, huh?
477. So they lost,
See, this is where the
18,000.
AEW sickos become hypocrites because they say, "Who cares about the ratings at all? Who cares about that?" But AEW started that whole thing with the demo god and all of that,
Yeah.
and then they'll go and laugh at the NXT ratings, saying, "Well, look at them. I thought ratings didn't matter, though." But if so, why are you comparing it to a developmental brand and not Raw? Because Dynamite is supposed to be AEW's Monday Night Raw.
Exactly. And
So
here's the problem with that, though. They knew initially, like, hey, WWE's tickets are expensive, so let's push our flagship show and push it towards like, hey, families, you guys want 4 tickets for $100, like things like that. They're not doing that, even though the tickets are cheap. So you have Dynamite and Collision next week, where 70% of the building's attendance is empty.
and don't let them fool you, because then they'll be like, "We sold out." Did you really? Because a lot of them are comp tickets, and then you're selling out what 2,000 seat arenas. Like,
Well, no,
you
not
shouldn't
even
be
that.
doing that.
Sometimes they're selling out what they sectioned off. So they have tarps up, or they have spots. So they didn't sell out the whole arena. They just sold out what they set up for. They've been setting up for
They only set up for
2,000
like
seats,
2,000.
but
Yeah.
they've been doing it in 4,000 or 5,000 seat arenas. But they're saying, "Oh, we're sold out," because it's what they set up for. I don't know how I just can't fathom some of it. Tony has the endless checkbook. So long as he's willing to keep dishing out money, that's the only thing keeping him alive, is that he can pay for all this. It's his
Is that
funded
okay though?
project.
2,000 in attendance for Dynamite when this is supposed to be a Raw.
No,
How do people not see the
NXT's pulling in
issue
more
here?
numbers, and that's the thing. Like, none of it is exciting. None of it feels must see. So when they come, you should be like, oh, well, I can't afford $600 to go to WWE, but I can spend $50, go to AEW, and have a good time. But people aren't doing that. Why? They either don't know
Hey,
about it or they don't care.
WWE house shows have more attendance in them than AEW does for Dynamite.
Yeah. The why is Spider-Man number 3, not 1 and 2 or 4, but
Yamamoto
3.
hit Blue Jays guy with the pitch. So bases loaded. 1 out.
Oh, bases loaded, 1 out. Yeah,
Can
Spider-Man
you
said,
imagine if a walk? Because if he walks the runner in, and Blue Jays automatically win. Can you
yeah,
imagine if that's how the World Series ends by
with
a
a
walk?
walk. I'm sure it's happened before. He said, is AEW, do they have any megastars? Spider-Man was asking. That's the thing. Like, Moxley's name doesn't carry the brand recognition it once did. People are kind of like, we've seen everything he has to offer. Jericho, the AEW fans, rightfully, they turned on him, but he was more sports entertainment. They wanted him to be more wrestling. He liked the debonair, dinner debonair, and the dancing and the singing and the theater aspects of it, and doing pyro and fireballs and the Jack Perry fight. When they aired that, they looked bitter, they looked unprofessional, and they looked childish and petty. They couldn't let it go. And what happened in that fight? Punk didn't walk over and punch the shit on. He could have hurt Perry. Perry and him could have had a fist fight. Jack Perry could have knocked out Punk. Who knows what would have happened? But the point is, Punk didn't go over there and fucking goozle his neck and throttle him. He put him in a headlock quick, being like, stop fucking disrespecting me. Is it right? No, don't put your hands on somebody. But did he threaten everybody's life and make Tony fear for his life? And no. That was all a plan of theirs. They knew that if Tony said I was fearing for my life, they could fire legally Phil Brooks without them facing repercussion. And then they had to go and challenge it anyways. But that's why they did that. They said, oh, if he made me fear for my life, therefore we don't have to give him any sign-off bonuses, any compensation or packages or whatever it might have been. And that was a fight with that. So Hangman brawling with Punk felt like the downfall because Tony showed he had no control over his company. The egos, the wrestlers, even Punk behaving like that was bad, but he didn't know what else to do. I'm not defending it, but it makes sense. It's logical. Why? Punk was fed up. He's like, none of this is true. I didn't get anybody fired. And rather than you guys come out and defend me and say, yeah, Punk didn't do that, everybody stays silent except for you dumb fuck EVPs who keep running your mouth with more lies to the dirt sheets. You're telling people that I got, Colt Cabana fired. I don't I don't talk to him. I don't see him. I don't know him. That's all there is to it. Game 7. What do we got, Codes?
Bases loaded.
Still,
1-0 count.
everything was true that Punk said. He was justified. And then the way
I'm
he
gonna
handled
go
the
back and
Perry
watch
thing,
that
he
from
didn't.
again.
Oh, it's that press conference, especially because the voice is all messed up too.
How many times have you gone back and watched it? Oh yeah, it is
Once a
for
year
whatever
since
reason.
it's happened, I've gone back and watched it, and him being that level of intense is just stuffing
Tony Khan
muffins
just
down
not-
his gullet, just
People are
eating
saying,
Mindy's.
Vince would have cut him off. Do you think Vince? I don't think Vince would have said it because it's CM Punk, and CM Punk just got away with everything basically under Vince as well.
But Punk wouldn't have done that in front of Vince because he knew there would be repercussions. What did they do to Punk? Nothing. Like the brawl happened, but Tony wasn't going to punish him or fine him for doing that. Vince would make you go. Look at how Vince had an anger explosion. He blew up on fucking Finn Balor because he didn't approve it. And they did the too sweet in the ring when Balor when AJ filled in and faced Balor. When, what was it, TLC, when Bray Wyatt got sick, 2016, 2017, somewhere in that realm, maybe 2017. At the end of the match, Balor and AJ do the too sweet to each other, and it was an on-the-fly thing that they did. Vince not only fined Finn, but then had him get squashed by Kane for the next few weeks as punishment. You know what I mean? Like, he only acted on his own.
He screamed at Balor in front of everyone?
In front of everybody.
I don't think you should do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Tony wasn't going to go and scream at Punk. And, Goldberg was going to beat the shit out of everybody because he didn't want to do the job to Scott Steiner because he said it wasn't believable. Steiner can't beat me. Steiner can't beat me. So whether you like Vince Russo or not, this has been confirmed by all the parties.
Went along with it. So
Yeah, but Goldberg sat there snorting and fucking snarling, ready to kill somebody. And Vince Russo was like, I sat there in front of him. I'm like, Bill, if you're going to hit me, but I'm not afraid of you. And then Bill was like, I'm not going to hit you. Like, it took him out of it because he wasn't afraid of him. Like that. Tony was afraid because he's not a boss. There's no way he was going to go ahead and get in Punk's way. He should have been in that dressing room being like, hey, we got to work on this. This shouldn't be. It never should have been brought up on air because a real boss would have seen what Hangman said during that promo, would have been like, you're fucked. You backstage. All of us are together now. What is this shit? Let's fix it.
Press conference thing. I think Vince would have done repercussions about that, but if it was off air backstage little fight, I don't think Vince would have done anything. Really
Vince got his arm barely grabbed by Titus O'Neil because Titus said, let the ladies go first.
That's
and
Titus O'Neil, though.
And he got fired for it. I know, but I know, but what I'm saying is like that to Vince was too far of a level of disrespect. You think going off script and taking a live microphone and doing what Punk did, Vince is not going to decapitate you? I mean, he was right. Punk was sold a bag of shit. He was told that it was a business. It wasn't. It was a good old boys club, and that's what it came down to. Is just, I do want AEW to succeed. I want them to go ahead and be interesting. Competition is great for creativity.
If Vince had CM Punk and Jack Perry on his roster, there's no way in hell he would choose Jack Perry over Punk.
But no, he wouldn't have. But also, like the steps for safety in there and all of that. Like these guys just like Darby. Oh, we just want to get hurt. We just want to get hurt. That kind of thing. And we're on to the 10th inning. We're going extra. Well, that does it for us. But yeah, I know tomorrow we'll have the podcast recorded. Myself and Cody will have something up for you wonderful people. Monday, we will have the Raw review mixed in with some gaming afterwards. We'll play Drawful again, but we're going to do some more games like that involving the audience. So make sure you go ahead and turn on the bell and notifications. Yes, we've also Monday night got to go over our predictions for NFL. What is it, week 9 or 10?
Yep.
9. And hopefully the Blue Jays win because we love Toronto.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Speaking of Toronto, check out Spaz, Phoenix, and Liz, both in the description box down below, as well as we have our favorite friend of the show, the Big Bad Wolf. Check her out for all your bondage and tentacle needs. Check out Unidark. They have a new album coming out, so we're going to be pushing those guys pretty hard. We've got a lot to show in the next few weeks as we get, on the way to their new album release. Sounds incredible so far. Can't wait to share it with everybody. I can't thank you all enough for making Halloween a success. Everybody's saying it's still split 50-50 for eggnog. Half delicious, half gross. I think that's just it. It is half delicious and half gross. So you think it's 100% delicious. You love it entirely, all too much. But while we go into extra innings, Mr. I believe in you, Cody Onidi. That's right. So tell these sexy people where they can find you in the meantime, my friend.
You can find me over on my Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it nowadays, at Judgment Day Era. You can find me over on my YouTube. I know I'm saying I'm going to post gaming content, but I don't even know if that's going to happen. It will eventually happen. But
it's happening. I'm going to haunt him this week.
Well, yeah. You are?
Oh, I am. Like a ghost.
And Instagram,
with his
not
period.
a Judgment Day paid chill anymore, right? Because, they got mad over a joke that was made in here. Thanks a lot, Jake. But
not my fault.
That's our kind of content. If you're gonna get mad over one joke, but follow people that celebrated the deaths of Hogan and Charlie Kirk, then
I don't know.
A little hypocritical to me.
Doesn't add up to me.
Yeah, that's at Cody_Onidi_316.
That's right. Thank you guys for being here, hanging out with us. Again, we appreciate it greatly. We'll be live for the Raw Review. A lot more content coming up, so check me out on Twitter at Countdown Ended. Follow me on Instagram at Countdown Ended, as well as on Rumble. You can find us on TikTok, Jake.CountdownEnded, and as well as Spotify using hashtag Into Somewhere. Thank you guys for making October a spooky success. Rabbit, it's the 1st of November. Let's have a great time, and until then, we'll see you all Monday. Stay sexy.
The pipe bomb, Oozle stands tall. Who's gonna break? Who's gonna fall? The ropes scream, the mat shakes in this arena. No room for fakes. Drew's claymore, Cody's resolve. Conflicts deepen, mysteries to solve. Every move, every blow. Jake and Cody, they let it show. Into somewhere, the chaos flows. Jake and Cody, the story grows. Live review, the ring explodes. Saturday night, the truth exposed. The truth is browsed. Mic in hand, the duo's green. Every punch, every deed. Mics in hand, the duo's green. Every punch, every deed. Into somewhere, the chaos flows. Jake and Cody, the story grows. Live revealed, the ring explodes. Saturday night, the truth exposed. Into somewhere, the chaos flows. Jake and Cody, the story grows. Live review, the ring explodes. Saturday night, the truth exposed. The truth explodes.
Roll it back.
The pipe bomb, Oozle stands